hold me down. Oh, in my heart, say to me.
This is Bruce Buffer, and this is the moment you've all been waiting for. It's time for the MMA-Holes!
Mixed martial a-holes. MMA-Holes, 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 MMA-Holes. You like to be a mixed martial a-hole. MMA-Holes, 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 MMA-Holes.
No way.
From the Henry Solstice Studios of New York, UFC 248 recap. Balloonhead. Joanna Jedrzejczyk loses to Weili Zhang. You got a big, boring fight to talk about. Adesanya versus Romero. And we have UFC Fight Week MMA news with the MMA-Holes. Yeah.
Wonderful.
Jesse, how are you?
Wonderful, Mom. Sorry.
Wonderful.
I am wonderful. You know why, Jesse?
Why?
Because I had jury duty today.
Ah, that's why I'm... Meh.
Jury duty. I begged to get off. Jury duty. And they said, welcome to jury duty. Sit down. I'm like, I don't think you understand. I can't be here. Welcome to jury duty. Sit down. And that happened for a good 5 to 10 minutes.
No joke, that actually happened.
And here I am. But luckily, I don't have to go in tomorrow. So that's wonderful.
Wonderful.
All right, anyway, check this out. 2 fights, 2 title fights, 2 decisions. And mystically, getting the picks right, just like that. One was a fantastic, epic war of the ladies, or war of the woman. And then the other one was meh. Right, Jesse? That's pretty much sums up the 2 title fights, right?
Yeah.
I mean, the co-main event was one of the best ladies fights of all time. Everyone's saying this is the greatest women's fight of all time. And I got to say this, when we were watching, it really felt like it. It felt like we were watching history, you know?
Yeah, it definitely set the bar for the main event, and they didn't deliver.
The main event didn't deliver, no.
What are you?
No, because it was, I just like the, I'm like, yeah, so here we are. And you're like, yeah, it just didn't deliver. Yeah,
I'm tired.
Yeah, so are we both. But it's Monday, Jesse. It's our favorite night of the week. You know, Monday night. Isn't it a great night? Everyone loves Mondays.
Finally go to bed.
Well, tough. You're here. So, yeah, the ladies delivered and the boys didn't. And there are a lot of things to talk about with both of those fights. The question is, which one would you like to talk about first? I mean, if you look at our thumbnail, I feel like we should start with the ladies and then really get into the boys' fight, you know, because the card itself was great. I thought the card was fantastic, Jesse. What did you think?
Yeah, no, I agree. I think the card as an entirety was good, yeah.
Okay. So Jesse thought the card was good, and we're in agreement. High five. That was weird. Wonderful.
Wonderful.
But yeah, so the ladies fight, that goes down. Very close fight, split decision. Joanna Jedrzejczyk's face
My foot was a balloon.
is a balloon. And yeah, she literally looks like a Klingon. She went full Klingon in this fight. With that happening, she didn't care. She just kept coming forward. Weili Zhang kept on hanging in there with her. It was a fantastic scrap back and forth. I'm fine with the decision. I would have been fine the other way too. That's how good this fight was.
I would not have.
Really?
I think it was pretty clear Zhang won.
Now, are you just saying that because of damage, or are you saying that because you thought you just dominated the fight?
Well, damage certainly has to do with it, but no, I think she dominated the fight. I think she won. I wouldn't say dominated every round, but I do believe that she did enough to win the fight. by a decision.
Yeah, I think Weili Zhang won, but it was very close. The fact that you're just very confidently saying, yeah, Weili Zhang won. No, Joanna Jedrzejczyk, she put a beating on Zhang. Like, she really hung in there. Both girls, I would love to see them even run it back. And Dana White was talking about this. These two young ladies throwing down once again. I don't know if I really want to see Zhang versus Shevchenko. I don't know how I feel about that, because I feel you got a good thing here. And if you throw it at Shevchenko, she's just going to be thrown into a blender. You know, I don't think this is going to work out very well for Weili Zhang. What do you think about that matchup before we talk more about this fight?
Oh, man. That's tough, Moss. That's tough. You know,
Yes?
I'm thinking.
Where'd you go?
I'm looking at her and I'm thinking about it, and I don't know. I just feel like she could hold her own, you know? Zhang.
Against Shevchenko?
Yeah, I don't know. Like, yeah.
Okay. Now, all right. She thinks she could hold her own.
I think she'd be all right.
You think she beats her?
Maybe like a cutting edge decision. I don't know if she would. Well, I don't know. I think she can hold her own for sure, though.
You think so, huh?
Yeah.
I think she would get destroyed.
Mm-hmm.
There's something that tells me that Shevchenko would destroy her. And I don't want to see it. I like the way the strawweights are right now. It's fun. You know, let them play around. Maybe Rose pops back into the mix if she beats Andrade. That makes things interesting. JJ, I mean, after her head swells up like that, I'm curious to see, like, how much more does she have left in the tank? But she looked great. I thought Jędrzejczyk, she looked like her old self. She looked like a lot of fun. Well, not
she looked
really.
Nothing like herself.
Not literally, but I mean, fighting. She looked fantastic. She really did. It was so much fun. It was refreshing to see the ladies steal the spotlight. I love it. Yeah. I really do. It makes me more excited again. Like, every time you see the women fight, you just kind of like, I'm going to go take a piss and get some nachos.
Yeah.
You know? I'll skip this one. I'll sit on the couch and take a nap. I'll pretend I love my wife and I'll hang out with her. Right?
Wonderful, wonderful.
But instead, we sat here and we enjoyed a great fight. A fantastic back and forth between the two. I want to see more fights like this. How do we encourage the ladies to give us more treats like this? Gems. And thank you, Jesse.
What do you want me to say? I don't know.
You don't know? I mean, I don't. You're the co-host. You're supposed to bounce off me.
You're a co-host. You're supposed to help carry the show.
I am not. This is not an interview. I am not interviewing you. I think. All right. Fuck you. All right. Anyway. So you don't have much to say. Let's be honest. You don't have anything to say about this fight, then.
No, I already said it. Yeah, it was good.
It was good. If only your fight briefing was that short. It might be good.
It's gonna be a good fight. Let's move on.
Yeah. Actually, why don't you do that in fight briefing instead of all the babble? Just be like, I'm picking this. I'm picking this. I'm picking this. Have a great night. I would rather see that.
Yeah, because you don't have an attention. You have like attention deficit.
JBH is like Garth from Wayne's World. Yeah, little Garth tonight. Like, say party on, Wayne.
Thanks.
Go ahead, say party on, Wayne.
Party on, Wayne.
Party on, Garth. All right. Anyway.
Wonderful.
All right, we'll move on. I mean, does anyone in the chat have anything to say about it? I mean, other than the fight was spectacular, I can't believe you're not like pumped up about how this fight went down on Saturday. Like, we literally saw something that everyone will be talking about for years.
Yes.
All right. Chat, what do you have to say?
Manning C says JBH seems spaced out. Glad I'm not calling.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Cut me a break, all right? I'm a wee bit tired.
CBD.
I'll have some CBD then.
CBD.
Real gamer
CBD.
with the 420.
CBD. It helps with healing process and inflammation and stuff like that. So you wanted to get these for before or after the fight training.
Place.
Yo, I can't lie. Weili transformed JJ into Sloth from the Goonies.
She did.
What a great fight.
Now I'm curious that I watched the Adesanya versus Romero fight back, and I feel like that was the dumbest thing I could have ever done. But I did actually sit through that jury duty. Watching that fight during jury duty made me want to just be in jury duty more than watch that fight. Like, I actually enjoyed jury duty, just sitting there staring at a wall, rather than watch that fight. It was so fucking bad.
Really?
Yeah, watching it. Usually if I watch it back, I see different things, and I really didn't see much different than what I said that night. You know,
I watched it back. I didn't mind it.
You didn't. Well, it's your boy fighting, Jesse. I mean,
No, like I tried to be a little more level-headed this time.
Okay. Chrome.
I'm still trying to figure out how people think Yoel won that fight. My nigga literally stood there like his controller was unplugged for pretty much the entire fight. He looked like Ngannou during the Lewis fight. Then he contradicted himself post-fight.
Yeah, so, I mean, if anything, watching it back, it just solidified that Izzy did win that fight. And that joke that Chrome is saying is all over the internet, by the way. They actually are showing the fight. And it wasn't just Romero. Both of these guys, they laid an egg. I just can't blame Izzy for doing it. Exactly what I said the night of the fight. As much as I felt that Romero had his moments, which weren't much, Izzy did what he had to do to win. Like, basically, why take extra chances? And he backed this up too. When you have the strap already, he
has more to lose.
Yeah, like what? So what is he supposed to do? Like, he did take it to Romero. He did bring it to him.
And he also said too that you know, as a contender, you're supposed to kind of bring it a little bit more and prove that you're worth taking that title. And Romero didn't do that. The first, what was it, 2 minutes he said, or 2 minutes and something seconds, he just stood there. And he didn't do anything to try and prove any value as a contender. So you can't really blame Adesanya for trying to play it smart and not really do much. You know, he's got more to lose. Yoel Romero has everything to gain.
Sorry, I thought you were done with your point. You're right, though. He did have everything to gain. Naren.
Habib time forever.
Habib time.
Wonderful.
What do you think about that Habib time, Jesse?
Yeah.
It's funny how we just blasted past Joanna and Weili Zhang. I feel like there's so much to talk about with that fight.
So let's talk about them more.
But, I mean, let's be honest.
I do have articles on them, too.
Yeah. I just want to touch base on both of them, and then we'll get into the articles. But, I mean, I just can't, fathom how great that fight was, yet we still are pushed in the direction of Adesanya and Romero. Even when I was watching Ariel, I kind of, I skipped Shevchenko, and I was just like, I all the talk about the ladies I skipped, yet the fight was fantastic. I can't wrap my head around this. Why am I so fascinated by this shitball of a fight?
Because there was so much passion from the fans that went into it that night.
Super chat.
King K.
How come Jones doesn't get the more to lose pass?
He does.
Yeah, people have given him that pass.
He does,
before.
But people are, and if you notice Dana White, he treats Adesanya exactly how he's treating Jones. Like, they could shit sparkles, because they're very marketable for the UFC. Even though Jones got into trouble, John Jones is still John Jones. He's like, when he fights, people get amped up. And now you got Izzy, who is becoming this star.
Yeah.
And he's got the swag and all this bullshit. And some people hate him. People are saying, Izzy. I seen that in the chat. People are calling Yoel Romero the statue of God. What is it? That's what they're saying about Yoel Romero.
Wonderful.
But I feel like Romero comes out of this smelling a little bit better. Like roses, Jesse. It's weird. After that whole weird speech that he gave,
Romero does?
I think Romero comes out a little bit better than Adesanya. I think after this fight, people aren't realizing that Israel Adesanya, he did what he had to do to win, and now we move on. It's just so much you can do if your dance partner is not doing anything too. They're both at fault here. But after watching it back, it pushes me more on the side of I have to blame Yoel more. And then after the fight, and I wanted Romero to win, but I picked Adesanya, and it was the right pick. Romero had this whole drawn-out speech at the end that was in broken English saying, you want to fight me, like doing all that shit. And Joe Rogan's just standing there with the mic in his face like, is he real? Like, what is he doing right now?
Yeah.
And the crowd ate it up. They're all cheering and screaming. But even watching it back, Romero threw, 3 haymakers? Every takedown, and by the way, not one takedown was counted as a takedown. Did you notice that?
Really?
Not one.
I did not notice that.
Was scored as a takedown. So he didn't get any takedowns. And Izzy got up really quick anyway, so they didn't score anything as a takedown. So, I mean, what did Romero do? He had some flashes. The biggest mistake that Yoel Romero made was when he rocked him, and he did rock Izzy twice.
He didn't go after him.
He did not stay on top of him because he was too scared of getting tired.
Yeah.
I think. I don't know. I mean, I kind of wish he pressed him. you know, like jumped on him and fucking took his head off or tried to take his head off. He was just so fearful and defensive and afraid to get tired that it's really Romero's fault. It sucks for me to say, but it is.
I couldn't agree more. But I'm
not even an Adesanya fan.
Yeah, this is touchy ground for me because I already did my damage on Saturday, so I have to be careful what I say it from this point forward. But I agree with you 100%. I can tell you that much.
Listen, there's no turning back with you. You're already you already did what you had to do on Saturday.
Yeah.
But yeah. So when I was looking at the fight, I have barely any notes here. Like 2:15 into the first round, it was the first leg kick. That was it. 2:15, Izzy with the leg kick. It took 2 minutes and 15 seconds for either of them to throw something, and then like 2 minutes and 30 seconds, Romero, returns the favor. Romero cracked him with a hook that just, it looked like Izzy saw stars, and then never really capitalized on his stuff.
Izzy even said during his interview that one he felt when he first got hit by Romero, he realized, I don't ever want to feel that again. So he did everything he could for the rest of the fight to stay away from his fist.
He did, and watching it back, even though Adesanya did run a bunch of times, but he ran because Romero wasn't going to chase him. So he ran around, reset into the middle, and then he was kind of pressing forward. It wasn't like he just kept running in circles.
Yeah, and even his team said that their goal, their game plan was for him to fight him from the outside. So it's not like he was running. He was on the outside on purpose.
So regardless of how shitty that fight was, watching it back the second time, I did have Izzy up 3-2 in the fight, and I think you could even scored it 4-1 if you wanted to, but you really didn't have much to work with. I noticed Dan Mergliata, which we don't get to hear when we do the fight reactions. We don't get to hear the ref talking or the corners talking, which sucks. I wish we could pipe that into our ears. This way it can give us even more of a reaction for you guys. We just give you a pure what we see and throw it into your eardrums and your eyeballs. But hearing back what the ref had to say, Dan Mergliata said this. What did he say? There is only 2 rounds left. You got to give the judges something to score. And Joe Rogan kind of criticized him for that, and I don't know why. I honestly don't know why, because nothing was happening. It really was not, and it was just getting progressively worse. So they agreed, okay, let's keep going here, and it was just the same shit. It really was a shit fight, right?
Yeah. Speaking of the Dan Mergliata thing, did you see? I posted it as part of the news. Some art that was created. It's at the very bottom of MMA News. And it was it was a picture of Dan Mergliata holding the wrists of both Yoel Romero, that one right there,
okay,
and Israel Adesanya, and it's a pretty clever little. You have to keep scrolling. That's just part of it. There you go, right there. It says, now Yoel, you have some flying knees. Why not try to knock him out with one? And Izzy, what about your punches? They're great. Throw some. One, please.
Yeah, and there was a point where Mergliata was like, and Joe Rogan criticized him of coaching them and stuff like that. But Mergliata's like, come on, let's go. Like, what are we doing here? Like, come on, some more action here. Give me something. I can't kill Mergliata for doing that. They weren't doing shit, So, I mean,
I kind of wanted to frame that because it was just so perfect.
Yeah. Is it me? And this will probably, listen, I'm never going to get on Rogan's show anyway, right, Jesse? He'll never invite the MMA holes on his show, so who gives a fuck? Is it me, or when I was watching this, I don't get to hear their play-by-play, but it sounded like they blew their load during JJ and Weili Zhang, and then just mailed it in during the main card. Rightfully so. The fight was terrible. But DC was talking about how he's getting texts from Dominic Cruz and other people who they're scoring the fight. Why is DC looking at his phone while they're supposed to be doing like color commentating and play-by-play? Like, put your phone down and just, give me something insightful. Not, hey, Dominic Cruz just texted me. What is this fucking...
It's a popularity contest.
I'm just listening to it, and I'm like, now I know why people mute them and listen to our dumb fucking asses, because we don't know what the fuck we're talking about, but at least we're giving you what we see, Like, it's just bizarre shit going on. And then Rogan is criticizing Mergliata and stuff like that, and I noticed, like, he sways on one side. He's clearly biased with one fighter in every fight.
Yeah, no doubt. We've heard it before, that there's definitely, like, a push in one direction with any fight that he commentates on.
Yeah, it's kind of bizarre, but regardless of the fact, it's just... It makes me happy that I don't get to listen to them, because honestly, they're very smart human beings. But I don't care. I just want to see the fights, and watching it without listening to them, I can think clearer than listening to them and then being thrown off that Dominic Cruz just sent DC a text. And who did he has as a I mean, just go to Twitter, right? Can't you go to Twitter and they'll just tweet it out or some shit like that if you really gave a shit about what they thought?
Suppose.
Doesn't he have a job? He's supposed to be like, put your phone away and just. And I like DC.
But what's Dana White gonna tell DC? You can't have your phone out while you're working.
Yeah.
It's Daniel Cormier. Of
Hey,
course,
guys.
he can do whatever he wants.
I'm taking a selfie right now between rounds. Check this out. I mean, what's next? I don't know. Maybe they're trying to make it like, more tongue-in-cheek, the play-by-play. I mean, if you think about it, there's a million reaction shows out there. Everyone's loosey-goosey. So maybe the UFC's trying to follow in that footstep. Hey, yeah, loosen up. Have some fun out there. The only one that was straight edge was Anik. He was still on point trying to pull them. You could see Anik trying to say, okay, guys, let's talk about the fight. Let's like talk about what's happening right now, I don't know. But yeah, the fight was shit.
Wonderful.
What do you think, Jesse, of the all right, this for Izzy's legacy now. Now, I mean, I feel people are going to forget about this. No one is talking about the Anderson Silva fight. Like, everyone's saying this is his first stinker. Let's be honest. That Anderson Silva fight sucked.
Well, Izzy mentioned it previously.
Sucked.
He mentioned it, and
It sucked.
Even he said that there was, I guess you could find difference or similarities, but there were clear differences because at least Adesanya tried. And even Izzy said, he's like, at least Adesanya tried to fight. Yoel didn't even try. That's what he said.
Back up, you gonna
Yeah,
go to
well,
sleep.
Yoel
You need to back
didn't.
up or you can go
No,
to
it's
sleep
true.
too.
I'll give you that. You got chrome to your dome.
Where was all of Yoel's bull rush attacks? He did none of them during the fight.
Nope.
Yoel lures people in to counter them but got mad at Izzy for not playing into that game. Izzy didn't want to look like Rockhold and Weidman. He fought a smarter fight and won.
He did.
Indeed.
You're right. And it is bizarre what Romero did. I think he was just embarrassed. I think Yoel was embarrassed at the end and had to do this whole thing. But why didn't he? I mean,
But if
he's going for the belt. He's the guy.
If he was so embarrassed, why would he continue talking this way even after the post-fight interview? Even during the press conference, he was saying things about how it wasn't his fault. And
Oh, I didn't hear that. I should have listened back to. I didn't hear that. King K.
Connor has never had a barring fight. Take notes, Izzy.
That's true. Even when he gets choked out, I'm interested. But you know what, though?
But do you see a recurring thing with Yoel? Like, there's every fight that Yoel Romero has, if it doesn't go his way, it's never his fault. I've noticed, like, it's always a thing. And the fake, oh, he cheated kind of thing in the middle of the fight is another thing. And did I call it? I called it once, but it was a blatant eye poke. But it's a recurring thing with, or theme
Man, you
with
better
Yoel
back
Romero.
up. You're going to go to sleep. Man, you need to back up.
Hold on
or
a
you can go to
second. I
sleep
want
too.
you to continue that thought after this donation here. Ride Drive Lily.
Dana White should give the referee a performance bonus for trying to drum up some action. Romero's game plan made no sense. 42 and limited time left in his career. WTF.
You know what it felt like? It felt like half of a game plan. That's what it felt like. It felt like that, okay, this could work because Adesanya is confused, right? So this could work, but you can't do the same fucking thing the whole entire fight. He was voguing. You ever see Madonna vogue? Strike a pose, there's nothing to it. Vogue. You saw it just... And he did this with Paulo Costa, but the difference was Costa's like, I don't give a fuck about your vogue. I'm going to punch you in the face. Right? Right? That's what's happening there. It was half a game plan. It made no sense. Like, he did one thing brilliant, but he could have, mingled some aggression in. The one thing I got to give Joe Rogan credit for was, and DC too, where they were saying, why is he not taking this man down or attempting more of the wrestling? This weird shit that's going on here, there were times where he was faking and juking. He never really pulled the trigger. And it probably wound up being smart because Izzy says he was ready for the knee. Like Izzy was going to throw the knee and catch him. So Yoel probably was sensing this. But there were moments when he rocked Izzy. Why not shoot against the fence? Like, why not shoot, try to get the takedown? I mean, the guy's got some serious
But
wrestling.
it's like you said, he may have been scared of gassing himself out too early, and then what does he do? Now Izzy has the complete upper hand for the rest of the fight, which we've seen happen to Romero before.
DC said that too. He said that maybe he's afraid if he wrestles, that's going to tire him out. Listen, if you're afraid of getting tired, then I don't know what to say. I mean, you're a professional
Well, we've
athlete. I know
seen
you're
him.
42 years old and you're packing all that muscle, but listen, I mean, you have another chance. Not many fighters get the chance that he's had over and over again to get that belt. And it was a close fight. Let's be honest. Even though it was boring, it was extremely close. Like, it could have went either way when it comes to some of these rounds that you're looking at. Like, nothing's happening, so what do you score? The leg kicks. That's it. And when you look at his leg, I mean, it was mutilated throughout the whole fight. Izzy was working the leg.
Yeah.
Is it pretty? Is it something that, oh, he won by leg kicks? He didn't really just win by leg kicks. He worked the body. You know, he was strategic in what limited punches he did throw. He was pushing the pace. He was the aggressor in the fight, if you could even say that. But he was. So, I mean, there you go. The people that are upset about it, watch it back. I mean, even in real time, I couldn't be upset about it. My father was screaming. My mom was screaming. But I think they were just frustrated with the fight. You know, I think that's what it was. I think a lot of people were like that, you know?
Yep. I agree. But I also noticed that, like, when you started to see it towards the end of the entire fight, where you started to see which way the fight was going to start leaning, you could see people visually getting upset over before the fight was even over. Before they even called a decision, people were already getting upset about Adesanya because they knew Romero lost.
You know what I hate about this fight? I hate that I have a million more questions. Like, that's what I can't stand about this fight.
What kind
of
questions?
Leaving this fight, I feel empty. I know Izzy's good now, right? I mean, listen, I was never really on the train, but I know he's good. Is he great? I mean, he's very good, yes, but is he great? I still, besides the Whittaker fight stands out very much. The way he just dismantled Whittaker stands out. But I mean, you look at the Anderson Silva fight, you look at Yoel Romero, and you got guys pushing 40. I know a lot of people were saying, oh, well, you know, if he loses to Yoel or if he barely beats him, and it's another 40-year-old, people are going to have the excuses. But it's the truth. I mean, you have a 42-year-old, and Anderson was, what, 41 or 40?
But I've said this before, too. You keep, like, passing up this Gastelum fight like it never happened.
Gastelum, honestly, was a fantastic fight. But it's
money.
Kelvin Gastelum. He's never going to be a champ. He's never going to be a champ.
Are you saying Gastelum is a gatekeeper?
Gastelum's a gatekeeper, yes.
Wow.
Very good fighter. Very good. And he's, I mean, knocking out Jacare. The shit that he's done at middleweight's fantastic. But he is a gatekeeper, man. I still think that Robert Whittaker could beat Gastelum. And look at how Gastelum looked against Till. I don't think Gastelum's ever going to be a champ. I don't.
Till
beat some champs.
And he completely different striking style than Adesanya, though. Till is very explosive. Like, or tries to be explosive. Adesanya is not that way. He's technical. He waits and he waits.
Are you sold though from what you've seen? Listen, I understand you're a big Adesanya fan, but if you just remove yourself from this second.
I've removed myself after Saturday night, so anything that comes out of my mouth tonight is just my opinion. It is what it is. Like,
is he like John Jones, where we've said this a million times, and I think we've heard Dana White even say this too, playing to his opponent. You know, John Jones, that is him. Whoever he's fighting, he plays up and down to his opponent. That's just how he is. Is Adesanya like that? Is he turning into that type of fighter? Whatever the other opponent's going to give him, he's going to give back. Is it going to be something like that? Or does he suck?
Adesanya has the ability to adapt to what's being thrown at him. And I think that's what makes him a good fighter. That's what makes him survive inside the octagon. And not all fighters have that ability. Not all fighters. Some fighters come in there with one fighting style every time, no matter who they're fighting. Adesanya can come in, and even though he has a particular fighting style, he can adjust it to every opponent.
I see in the chat, Brumman says no, he's his own person. Well, listen, I can see that he has a unique style in and outside the cage, but after this fight, I still feel like I need more. Like, I want to see him fight more. I enjoy the lead-ups. I enjoy his fights. Even if they suck, I enjoy. There's something about him that's charismatic. So even when he annoys me, I still want to see him fight. So I enjoy something about him. I can't figure out what it is, but I'm still not sold that he's great. The Robert Whittaker fight to me was Robert Whittaker losing and Adesanya capitalizing on his nerves and his game plan stupidity.
You're kidding.
Robert Whittaker fought that fight like a fucking knucklehead, in my opinion. And he was in front of his home crowd. So I feel like the moment was too big for him, the layoff. I feel like there's so many things that went to play.
You said before the home crowd is an advantage, and now you're saying it was a disadvantage.
Sometimes it's a disadvantage. Robert Whittaker, the way he fought that fight, It just baffles me.
Man, I feel like you'll never give Adesanya the credit. When
I need him to give me the evidence.
During the Whitaker fight. He
Man,
did.
all I'm thinking is 2 old Brazilians that took him the distance, and it was just boring as fuck.
It was not old.
But champion and Robert Whitaker, yeah, Robert Whitaker is the only one that you could say, okay, if you could hang your hat on that. But I feel like I need more. I don't know. Maybe I'm fucking crazy, but I feel like I need more.
How many times has Adesanya said in interviews though? I have a whole division to get through. Even when talking about John Jones, he has to wait. I have a whole division to get through. You're gonna get more. You're just being impatient and you're doubting him because
now we got Paulo Costa, right?
Yes.
Paulo Costa's undefeated. I feel Paulo Costa plays into Izzy's game plan fantastically. I think Izzy's gonna fucking dismantle Paulo Costa, and if he does do that, I feel like we have something because we have a young giant stud, undefeated. Then you could say something. Now, if this shit is a bore fest, if somehow Izzy makes this fight boring. Or if Izzy gets knocked out, then honestly, I don't think he's that good.
It's funny because you said, "Oh, if he beats Yoel Romero, then then."
But look at that fight,
to me. And he beats Yoel Romero, and you're like, "No, he's got to prove himself."
But he barely beat a guy that just stood there. Think about that.
You said you rewatched the fight, could have given him 3-2, but could have argued 4-1.
You could either way.
So doesn't that mean Adesanya was better?
Either way, Jess. Either way, think about it. He almost lost to a 42-year-old that just stood there and fucking vogued through like 4 punches. He almost lost to that guy. Think about that. What evidence do I have? Let's play some donations.
Oh, man.
Super chat.
King K.
He will crumble like Twin Towers. His leg lock.
His leg lock. You will crumble like Twin Towers, says King K. That's a terrible reference. Oh, my goodness.
Wonderful, wonderful.
All right. Let's see what else we have in the donations, and thank you to the donators tonight. I know people are probably fired up because there's some big Izzy fans out there, and I believe that he got some fans that flipped. Like the way the crowd was booing him, the crowd was booing the shit out of the man. I mean, the man just defended his belt, and they were booing the hell out of him on the way out. I think he's become the bad guy.
You better back up or you're going to go to sleep. Man, you need to back up or you can go to sleep too.
See, Kainoto's hat.
Love how people's biases influence their point of view. Romero wasn't trying to fight. The dude was stalking Israel throughout the whole match. The fight just sucked. Israel ended the talk about how he can beat Jones. Israel overpromised and undelivered.
All right, so there you go. Overpromised, and he definitely did underdeliver. But I mean, Romero, he had his moments of stalking, but it was a bad fight. I mean, I think that we can all agree on that, right? Doesn't that suck for you though, as an Israel Adesanya fan? It's just like, man, it's just like
I could give a fuck.
You don't care? All right, I would care.
Dana was hyping the hell out of Costa for next fight for Izzy at post-fight press conference. I'd if he is that high on Costa or just pissed at Romero.
Maybe. I mean, it's a better fight for Adesanya. It's just a better fight. Costa's going to come in there reckless. Unless he has some crazy... He is a meathead, Costa. And I feel like the way Izzy could counter-strike and how smooth he is, he's got the great footwork and head movement. He's going to... I feel Costa's going to be in for a rough night. But if he does pass Costa, that is impressive. I have to give him that. Undefeated stud.
You're going to go to sleep. Man, you need to back up or you can go to sleep too.
Izzy was running to get some cardio in and keep his legs from stiffening up. He wasn't running from Yoel because Yoel did nothing for him to run from him. Yoel never came at him like a bull in a china shop. He was running to prepare for lions in Africa.
Thank you, Chrome.
Wonderful.
Appreciate that. Appreciate it. So, I mean, we're all going to forget about this fight, and it's just going to be a shiny W. You know, no one's going to give a fuck. It's just like the Anderson fight. No one's going to care. You know, you're going to move on, and then we'll see what the next thing is. Paulo Costa would be fun. A lot of fun. But right now, I mean, it just confirms it that John Jones would beat this man. There's no doubt in my mind.
Super chat.
Squid.
Come on, Vogue. Let your body move to the music.
Let your body move to the music. Is it Vogue? No? Romero was. You didn't see the voguing?
Whoa.
It was just Madonna-ing the whole fucking. Did anyone expect that? Did anyone expect Yoel Romero to, instead of fight, vogue? I bet none of you motherfuckers expected that. 329 were probably like, I think Yoel Romero was going to try to knock his head off. Instead, we got fucking a Madonna impersonation.
And then you better back up or you're going to go to sleep. And then you need to back up or you can go to sleep too.
Hey, Kevin.
Jessie Fang Erling out of her baby years. He has the same game plan for every fight. Point fight from the outside and hope one of these sloppy brawlers make a mistake. UFC deserves for giving a 4W Euro title shot on a 2-fight losing streak. Is he gay?
Whoa. I don't know about the last. He might be gay. I don't know, but I think he has a wife or a girlfriend.
I think Kevin... Kevin, you got to work on it a little bit, buddy. Yeah.
But what do you think about what he said? Because I actually agree with his points.
I don't. I think he's stupid and he's reaching. He's clearly reaching. Listen, Kevin, if he doesn't like that you're high on someone's nuts, he does the same thing to you with Connor.
Yeah.
If he realizes that a fan is high on a fighter's nuts, he'll do he'll reach and he'll go as far as he possibly can and pick up like little bits of bullshit and try and drop it on your plate.
But look what he said, though.
I see it, bro.
But address what he said there. I would like to hear you counter.
He said he goes in with the same game plan and he works from the outside, waiting for a heavy brawler to make a mistake. I disagree. I don't think that's the way it is at all. Kelvin Gastelum is a heavy brawler. Kelvin Gastelum does come in with heavy punches, and he has a solid chin. He's not afraid of getting hit. And
look what happened.
Izzy did not.
Gastelum almost won that fight.
Izzy did not, but he didn't stay on the outside that entire fight. He didn't stay on the outside.
Kelvin was pushing the pace. Yes, he did stay on the outside.
He didn't stay on the outside that entire fight. I will go back and watch for you.
Yeah, you should watch that.
I will.
Yeah. All right.
Oh, super chat.
BDK.
THUFC needs former MMA fighters to score fights.
And, you know, a lot of people say this. Thank you, BDK. A lot of people say this, but my fear is this. If it's a former MMA fighter, chances are they've trained with one of these guys or gals that are in the cage. And I feel that biasness, we're human beings. And if these people have trained, and there's some refs that train with some of these fighters too. They probably have biases from that. But I'd rather have just knowledgeable people that really don't have any connection to the fighters. That's just my opinion.
You're going to go to sleep. And then you need to back up or you can go to sleep too.
Eric.
You can't say John Jones would have beat him. Styles make fights, and if Jones would have fought Yoel, I bet it would have looked no different.
Think so?
Will beat Jones.
You know why I don't think it would be different? Because look what Jones did with Belfort. Belfort had him in trouble, and Jones did what he had to do. I honestly, man, listen, some are saying that John Jones is on his way down. He's got the picograms, and he doesn't have all the steroids flowing through his veins, and he's not doing cocaine anymore or whatever. Say what you want about John Jones. But right now, at this moment, I think Israel Adesanya is very good. I think he should stay in his lane, though. I don't think he should play with John Jones right now. And it's probably not going to happen until next year anyway.
Yeah.
Just stay in your lane.
Well, he said
do
he was
what you
going
gotta do.
to, though. He said he has to run through his division first before he even thinks about taking a fight with John Jones. So.
Yeah, it's smart. Stay at middleweight.
That's
do what
not
you
even
got to do.
something that we should really be talking about right now because it's not going to happen this year.
No.
It might not even happen in the beginning half of
It's definitely not
year.
happening this year. It's happening next year, for sure.
So I wouldn't worry about it.
Let's get to some of these stories, and we'll get to our sponsors and all that fun stuff. All right, let's see what do you have in the news, Jesse? Give it to us hard and strong, please. I like it hard and strong.
So the UFC 248 medical suspensions are out, and here's what NSAC had to say about Joanna Jedrzejczyk, according to MMA Mania. UFC recently closed the book on the UFC 248 Adesanya versus Romero pay-per-view event, which took place on Saturday night on ESPN Plus from inside the T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas, Nevada. The fighters, however, are not in the clear just yet. That's because the Nevada State Athletic Commission today handed down its list of post-fight medical suspensions, which includes mandatory timeouts for strawweight warriors Weili Zhang and Joanna Jedrzejczyk, who tore the house down with their 5-round slugathon. Israel Adesanya needs x-rays on both feet. If an injury is discovered, he must have doctor's clearance or no contact until April 9th. A minimum suspension, no contact until April 29th. Weili Zhang suspended until May 5th. Joanna Jedrzejczyk suspended until May 5th. Benil Dariush needs...
Wait, she's only suspended until May 5th?
Yep, suspended until May 5th. No contact until April 22nd.
No contact until April 20th. That's weird.
Benil Dariush needs an MRI on his right knee. If an injury is discovered, he has to have a doctor's clearance or no contact until April 9th. Drakkar Klose suspended until April 22nd. Ling Jing Liang and Alex Oliveira also suspended until April 22nd. Sean O'Malley needs an x-ray on his left foot. If an injury is discovered, he needs doctor clearance or no contact until September 4th. Sean O'Malley will be out for a while if they...
What's his problem?
He has to have an x-ray on his left foot if an injury is discovered.
That fight was like 2 seconds.
No,
What the hell how did he hurt himself?
Fucked up his foot.
This guy, man. That sucks. He looked fantastic.
Same with Max Griffin. He needs an MRI on his left shoulder. If an injury is discovered, then he has to have a doctor's clearance or no contact until September 4th as well. So he won't be fighting throughout the summer if they find anything. All the rest of them, April, May, April. That's pretty much it.
All right. The real question is with this picture over here, Joanna Jedrzejczyk. Now, if you listen on Podbean and iTunes, it's a picture of Joanna. Looks to be after the fight. Her cheekbone's a little swollen, Jesse. Forehead's a little swollen, too. I don't know if you can notice that. How many beers would it take if a woman like this walked up to have sex with this woman, Jesse? What'd you think? Like, looking like this?
Us.
What'd you think? Like, if you think about it, right? If you look at that picture, Joanna Jedrzejczyk, how many cocktails would it take to have sex with that, Jess? All right, let's see what the chat has to say, because I'm really curious.
How many cocktails would it take you?
Me? It would take a few.
You're lying.
It would take a few. 12, 14, doggy style, 12 beers, 6 beers. I've smashed worse.
Wonderful.
420 beers from Mystic Roots. I've smashed worse. I like that. Did she get to buy me the drinks? That's a good question. 14, 4 or 5. Okay, that's not bad. I didn't ask her if he's all right. Oh, my goodness. 12 pack for sure. I'm going balls deep. 10 and 3 condoms. There you go.
Wonderful.
See, the chat's fired up. These are the things we need to talk about here on the MMA Holes. How many cocktails would it take? So she's not going to be out that long.
No.
So it's just swelling and stuff?
Yeah, she didn't have any major injuries.
God, how does she not have brain damage from this? Man, oh man. I love JJ, though. I really do. I want to see her bounce back, and I would be lying if I said I wasn't disappointed that she didn't win. You know? But I think we all won that night. That was a lot of fun. It was good to see the old boogie woman back in the cage, confident, and taking a beating. Now, was that from a headbutt? I got to watch this again. I'm curious if the headbutt is what started this.
A couple of them were fists.
I mean, yeah, she got punched heavily to the face majority of the fight. I mean, they both girls, they were like recklessly just swinging at each other. And but I'm curious what started this thing, because I mean, that's insane. I get lost in it. All right.
Imagine what's going through her head right now. Everyone posting all the memes and stuff today.
Oh my God. I mean, it's kind of like a weird badge of honor. I mean, it's embarrassing, but yet kind of cool. I don't know. Maybe it's not. I don't know.
Imagine,
I don't know what to think.
that happened to you, and now everyone's like posting memes and shit of you next to a Klingon.
It's kind of funny though. I mean, if she's all right, if she's healthy, I'm sure she can laugh at it and be like, "Well, I don't know. Hey, boys and girls, where's my mouth? Where's her mouth? The fuck? Hold on a second. Oh, hey guys, how you doing? You know, my head is just hurting just a little bit, but I'll be fine. I'll be back. You know, I just got some forehead implants. Everything is gonna be fine." Hi, Jesse. Hi, Jesse.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm well. How are you?
Wonderful.
All right. What else do we have in the news, Jess?
There's an article out with the title "Israel Adesanya wanted to fight the monster until it came to fight the monster. Time to fight the monster. Sorry, until it came time to fight the monster." This is a little bit of a biased article, so as you can see, not only has it hit MMA fans, but it's hit the journalists as well. They just can't help themselves. It's basically everything we were talking about. I mean, if you want to read it, it's on the website, but. Yeah. I just thought that was fascinating that even journalists can't help from being biased in their articles.
Yeah, they didn't like it, huh? What were they saying?
It's fascinating. It's about the same thing that
were they pissed off, like just dogging him? Or?
No, not like dogging him, but just kind of pointing out that, you know, he kept calling out Yoel Romero and saying, why is everyone so scared of him? And then he fought Yoel Romero and it didn't turn out the way everybody wanted it to turn out, and it's along those lines. Mm-hmm. It's pretty clear, though, that whoever wrote this was probably leaning in Romero's direction.
Yeah. I mean, I could see how people were upset. A lot of people, you know, that I saw on Twitter, you know, that were in the building clearly thought Romero won. I mean, even if you hear the chanting and cheering, you know, there's something. Here's why Adesanya's catching heat. the guy talking a lot of smack on what he was going to do to Romero and, this and that. And he took a guy on a losing streak that wasn't even supposed to be there. So really, Romero had nothing to lose. Adesanya had everything to lose. And coming out of this fight, I think he lost a bunch of fans. I really do. It's not going to hurt his legacy, though.
I don't think so.
He'll be fine, but I think that there's going to be a lot more haters now.
With every fan you lose, you're going to gain like 2 or 3 more fans, So I don't think he has anything to worry about.
Let's play some donations.
Man, you better back up or you're going to go to sleep. Man, you need to back up or you can go to sleep too.
This is from the lovely Kainoto.
I really want to like Israel, but he's making it hard. Paulo is going to give him a fight and it will hopefully shut people up about Izzy like me. Dana is obviously going low shit on Romero because he's a fight promoter. Jones kill Izzy 100%.
Yeah, Dana's really going hard on Romero. But I mean, he's the old 42-year-old, that barely could speak English. So he's like, hey, let's go with the flashier fighter.
Romero left the fight blaming his opponent. He couldn't just be like, yeah, you know what? I don't agree with the decision, but I lost. It was all like, oh, it's his fault for this. It's his fault for that. He should have done this. Like, you can't. It becomes a little bit difficult to respect the words of someone who talks like that.
Man, you need to back up or you can go to sleep too.
We got Mr. Dome.
They were booing because Izzy is gay. UFC fans hate gay men. I feel bad for Yoel because he always says no for gay Jesus, but he just lost to a gay man in the gayest fight in UFC history. Yoel's about to go cry to that gay Jesus now.
Don't forget gay Jesus. Thank you, Chrome. Thank you. I guess people won't be talking about this fight down the road, huh? Or maybe we will.
I don't think so. I think this is going to blow over because Izzy's going to be handed another fight that's going to be extremely tough for him. That people are going to be excited about.
Man, you better back up or you're going to go to sleep. Man, you need to back up or you can go to sleep too.
Hey, it's Eric.
Moss Google Rocky Dennis. That is Joanne win.
We have Googled Rocky
Dennis. Rocky Dennis has been on the show multiple times. He's made an appearance a lot, and I could see what you're talking about. I could definitely see it. We introduced Jesse to Rocky many times. We maybe if someone saves the show, we'll have a Rocky and Joanna off later on in the program. Jess, what do you say?
All right. I think that's...
I'm
not going to be involved in that one.
All right, let me know with the ones in the chat if you want us to, see if they're related in any way. Let's have one more donation coming in here.
Super chat.
Oh, man, Jerry Sandusky.
Give me a boy.
Okay. Thank you, Jerry. Appreciate that. Look at that. Even Jerry Sandusky watches the show. Look at that, Jesse.
Wonderful, wonderful.
We got some sponsors to talk about real quick over here. Jesse, first off, I just want to touch base on this.
Yeah.
Shout out to this community because by you guys that paid for the pay-per-view or bought ESPN Plus, you did it through the link and we got hooked up. So shout out to the people. We sponsored up with the ESPN Plus. There's a link in the description if you want to get the fights. All the UFC fights are on there. We got all the deals down below, and when you sign up, we get money too. So we take some of ESPN's money and UFC's money. Ha ha ha!
Wonderful.
That's right. So click the link in the description and help a whole out. Be wonderful, wonderful.
Wonderful.
All right. Also, Jesse.
Mystic Roots provides the type of quality in CBD products that you will not find in old CBD companies. Mystic Roots products are all homegrown on a trusted Oregon farm and completely organic, so you don't have to worry about those extra fillers or additives that those other CBD companies don't tell you about. Visit Mystic Roots with the link in the description and get free shipping on any order over $35, as well as the best quality flowers, edibles, extracts, and cosmetics. Use promo code MMA-HOLE, all one word, for up to 15% off your entire order. Ever since we started using Mystic Roots, we've never wanted to turn back to any other CBD company. Once again, visit Mystic Roots with the link in the description below using promo code MMA-HOLE, all one word, and get 15% off your entire purchase.
Yes, Mystic Roots. They're in the chat. So if you have any questions, go ask them. They are definitely wonderful. And we're sending some CBD to Christian Bale. Congratulations on your goat milk win.
Do you want to make a bet on UFC fights and pretty much any other sport you watch? Bet DSI, link in the description below. Promo code MMA-HOLE. Get a 100% bonus match as well as $25 as a welcome bonus on any sport that you love to watch. You can make some extra cash. Again, promo code MMA-HOLE, all one word. Link in the description below to bet DSI. Get a 100% bonus match as well as $25 as a welcome bonus today.
Yeah, baby, bet DSI. Make that money. Make that money, honey. Wonderful, wonderful.
Wonderful, wonderful.
If you put your body under a lot of tremendous physical strain, strenuous activities from work or working out or whatever it is you do, and your body is so freaking sore that you can't sleep at night, Theragun is there to help. Theragun.com/holes, link in the description. You can get a $40 saving with 2 free attachments. It is the best massage therapy on the market. Theragun.com/holes, link in the description. $40 saving with 2 free attachments.
That's right. Theragun.
Wonderful, wonderful.
If you own a business, event, or organization and are looking for the best, most affordable premium products for marketing and advertising, then Sticker Mule is where you need to go. Link in the description to Sticker Mule. They have a 4-day turnaround. You get free online proofs with free shipping, vinyl stickers, coasters, magnets, customized tape, labels, bumper stickers, and more. Again, Sticker Mule. Link in the description today. And lastly, if you have a butthole that needs cleaning, say you have some diarrhea or some dingleberries, or you just can't clean your butt with toilet paper the way most people can because for some reason you don't have the mental capacity to do so. Lux Bidet, link in the description, promo code MMA-Hole, all one word, to get 10% off your entire purchase. You can squirt that water right up your butt and it'll be cleaner than you've ever felt before. When your bidet arrives at your door, you can register your product on the Lux Bidet website to extend the product warranty from 18 months to 2 years. And then you can register your bidet ID as a $5 coupon code towards your next purchase. Again, Lux Bidet, link in the description below. Use promo code MMA-Hole, all one word, and get 10% off your entire purchase.
Jesse, I have a story for you.
What?
So, jury duty, I had to take a poo, right?
Oh, God.
And I
Why
decided...
do you always have to poo in public places?
I decided to hold it in. No, I decided to hold it in because when I went to the bathroom, I looked, and they don't have any bidets. So I had to hold it in to come home because I wanted that sweet Lux Bidet water shooting in my bunghole. Thank you, Lux Bidet.
Wonderful, wonderful.
All right, Jess. There we go. Right?
Right.
Tonight on the MMA Holes, we're going to do Save the Show with 5 minutes left, and we're almost there. When that happens, I want to know what you think. I want to open up the phone lines. I want to hear your opinions on this epically boring fight. What is next for Adesanya? Yoel Romero, will he ever get another title shot? One of the greatest fights of all time. The ladies, Joanna Jedrzejczyk and Weili Zhang. I want to know about all that stuff, but let's look at the rest of that card before we do get to the rest of the show over here. Now, Weili Zhang, we spoke about that with Joanna Jedrzejczyk.
Can we talk about Sean O'Malley looking freaking spiffy as ever?
Let's go through it. Dariush getting the win. This was a crazy one. Absolutely crazy. Dariush getting the finish, looking dominating over Drakkar Klose. Neil Magny bouncing back off a long layoff, fighting Jing Liang Li. That was a big win. You know, Lang Lee is someone that is exciting. He's on a 3-fight win streak, and Neil Magny getting that shit done. Alex Oliveira with a nice one over Max Griffin. That was a tough, nice 3-rounder, and Alex gets the dub. Sean O'Malley looked fantastic. As much as I've been saying this kid's a hype train,
that's my boy.
All filled out, looked great. But here's what I'm going to say, Jesse.
What?
Here's what I'm going to say.
You can't say...
Hold on.
Are you kidding?
Here's what I'm going to say.
What?
We got to see some real opponents.
Oh, my God. You make me want to kill myself.
He defeated a Mexican, Jesse.
Oh, God.
He defeated a Mexican. Looked very good. Looked filled out. He looked big at bantamweight. He definitely could be a problem for sure.
He looked great. What are you talking about? And for us being on such a long layoff, and everybody thought that was going to impact his ability to perform. And fuck, man, did he do good? Mm-hmm. He impressed.
Yeah. Well, listen, he took out a Mexican, Jesse.
It.
But very nice job. And now if he's suspended for a while, that kind of sucks. I would like to see him come back and see what else he's got in the tank. But congratulations to Sean O'Malley. Madsen getting the win. Vieira getting the win. Rodolfo Vieira, this guy, he got cracked in the face. His eye completely swelled up and then just dominated. This guy on the ground, he is scary. Now he is, what, 7-0? I mean, he's someone that's going to be very interesting to look at. Mir Shark getting the win over the Mini DC. Mini DC looked terrible. Duran win, horrific. Giga gets the win by split decision, Chikadze. And we have Danae Batgerel getting the win. The left hook, knocking it out to start off the prelims. So that is what happened on UFC 248, Jesse.
That's right,
And I like the card. I did. Other than the main event, which we'll talk about. All right, so here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, this is how this works. 312, thank you for joining us and hanging with the boys. But this is the part of the show where we play Save the Show.
But we have...
There's only 5 minutes left.
Yes.
We got to go deep. We got a lot of news to get to, a lot of stuff to get to tonight. We want to get to your phone calls especially. So every donation that comes in, say Save the Show, and whatever you donate, we're going to add on.
Now you need to back up or you can go to sleep too.
What up, Daniel?
How good was O'Malley BTW? He definitely shut down the hype train talk. I'm starting to think Moss only dislikes sugar cause JBH has a crush on the sugar show.
No, that's not what it is. Haha. No, that's not what... Undefeated hype
I don't
trains...
have a crush on him. I like him as a fighter. I think he's cool.
Yeah, I can't... I'm not going to be that guy that jumps on every guy with a 0 at the end of it. I can't do it. Now, Sean O'Malley looked great in that last fight. And I have to say this. I'm looking forward to what he has next. A lot of people are hyping the kid up. I didn't think he looked great in the UFC, but now, coming back off his long suspension, looked great. Put some better names against him, but they're doing it right. They're not throwing him right to the wolves. We'll see what happens. It's a little too early to go fucking jerking this guy off.
Nah.
So get his cock out of your mouths already. Let's see some real fucking shit. Real fighters. I want to see the real fighters, Jesse. Anyway, the way to save the show is drop a donation and whatever it is, $5, 5 minutes. Actually, add 2 minutes to the clock, Jesse.
What?
Daniel, we'll throw it in there since it came after the buzzer.
Okay.
Don't worry. If no one donates, you can go to bed.
No, I was stretching when the camera wasn't on me, but you love to put me on blast. You could have just let me.
But they didn't hear the.
You could just let me finish stretching before.
They heard that.
Putting the camera.
All right, throw me a story in my face, and let's see if we get a save over here. Let's throw another one in there.
All right. Oh shoot. Oh no. What happened? Oh.
Paulo Costa.
Okay, there we go. Paulo Costa calls Israel Adesanya the most shameful champion he's ever seen at UFC 248. What shocker. What else would you expect from Paulo Costa, right?
Oh, yeah, you got to get him fired up.
Yeah. The crowd at T-Mobile Arena had a harsh reception for the UFC 248 main event bout between Israel Adesanya and Yoel Romero. Paulo Costa can sympathize. The middleweight contender was made available to the media following Saturday's show in Las Vegas, and he had a harsh assessment of the headlining matchup that was light on action and ended with Adesanya retaining his 185-pound title by unanimous decision. He said, quote, "Horrible fight."
Aw, super chat.
Okay, we got a super chat. Looks like a save.
Save the show. The Brian Ortega thing was a work. There was even a guy in a ref shirt to break it. It was out of a Naked Gun movie.
I did see, yeah, I saw what you posted over there.
I have an article on it.
It was, I didn't even see anything happen. I saw nothing happen. Maybe we'll get to that article next. Thank you, Drunk Savage, for the save over there. There you go. That's 7 minutes on the clock. That's how you do it.
Come on, guys. We can do better than 7 minutes.
Well, listen. Maybe that's all they want is 7 minutes.
What is this 7 minutes?
Disgrace.
Wonderful.
Disgrazie. All right.
Now you better back up or you're going to go to sleep.
Uh-oh.
Now you need to back up or you can go to sleep too.
Yo, Kevin's coming in.
Put Sugar Sean in there with the machine and watch how fast he gets taken down and ragdolled. Of course the youth won't do that. They'll give him tailor-made fights so he can use his striking. Similar to the gay guy with Ebola who fought in the main event. Save.
Thank you, Kevin. Look at that. I'm kind of with Kevin tonight, man. We're riding together on this
9
one. Tandem.
minutes.
There we go. 9 minutes. That's how you do it over there. Kevin from Chicago jumping in, pissing some people off. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy. The Sugar Show looks like it could be something interesting, but I'm not jumping on that thing so quick. Jesse?
Yeah, see?
I'm not doing it. Not yet, at least.
Hey!
Oh, shit!
What time is it?
Pale Monkey! With the Habib time! Oh, damn! saving the show.
Hey, I want to ask you guys, what time is it?
Yeah! Covington, $28.
Hey, I want to ask you guys, what time is it?
Damn, man.
Khabib time, cuz his time is running out. Countdown to Tony time.
Oh, snap. Wow, I'm with the donations tonight. That's gonna be great, man. UFC 249. Thank you, Pale Monkey, for the crazy donation over there. And look, there's the clock to UFC 249. Just like that, we go right into the clock. 39 days, 7 hours, 14 minutes, 23, 2, 1, 20 seconds.
Back up, or you're gonna go to sleep. Man, you need to back up, or you can go to sleep too.
What do you guys think Rose or Andrade's chances are at beating Zhang? The
0.
winner will get a crack at her.
0.0.
Andrade already tried to beat Zhang and couldn't.
Yeah, Zhang's not gonna beat. I mean, Andrade's not gonna ever get through.
And
so there we go.
Andrade beat Rose, and if you're using MMA math, Rose stands no chance.
All right, thank you for the saves. How many minutes we got on the saves?
39.
39 wonderful, wonderful minutes. Thank you so much to the saves tonight. You're all wonderful, wonderful. We're going to take some phone calls. We're going to finish up with the news, and we're going to party tonight. It is Monday night. It's going to be fantastical. My testicles are out. No. Are they? No, they're in. They're still in there.
Super chat.
Oh, Jerry Sandusky. What up, Jerry?
Remember when War Machine beat up Christie? Save show.
41. 41 minutes, Moss.
War Machine. We got to beat the ceiling too, Jesse. Yeah. We have 108 likes. Let's play that 100-like song, Jesse. Let's get it popping over here. You ready? Clinch the fists like this.
A whole goddamn day. Now we back at it.
Shit.
I can't take all this madness. I can't stomach all this damage. You get on my goddamn nerves. But you got them juicy ass curves. And I kicked her ass to the curb. But that puppy dog face so perfect. Ooh, falling in and out of love, in and out of love with you. Falling in and out of love, in and out of love with you. Falling in and out of love, in and out of love with you. Falling in and out of love, yeah. Falling in and out of love, in and out of love with you. Falling in and out of love, in and out of love with you. Did everything that you asked, it's not enough for you. Don't believe I'm leaving your ass, now I ain't bluffing you. Falling in and out of love, in and out of love with you.
I like
Save
how he.
the show.
Wow, Roberto with the 40 after the buzzer.
Wait,
but
that's
fuck
dance
it.
music, Moss. Dance music.
Let's listen. Let's. We gotta add that on. We gotta add that on. Roberto dropping a bomb. Thank you very much.
Wonderful, wonderful.
81, Moss. So that's an hour and 21 minutes.
Uh-oh.
Trump's hair is on fire. Trump's hair is on fire. Donald Trump is on fire. Trump's hair is on fire.
It's on fire. Put him out.
I'd give more, but China fucked my bets up. Save show. Vieira is a beast. Get on that train, Moss. The card overall was really good. I'm not disappointed. Well, for the most part.
Yeah, it was a good card. I'm not going to kill it too much, right? All right, 126. Thank you for the saves. Anything that comes in now is just cheddar. Thank you very much for the generosity. Look at that. Wonderful, wonderful. Uh-oh, look out.
Back up, and you can go to sleep too.
Nicole.
Nice job on the eye roll. Lol. Pale is used to the eye roll.
Nice job on the eye roll. There you go.
I love you, Nicole.
Ooh, sassy. Thank you, Nicole, for the donation. So, we got a lot more show left, so that's
Can I make
wonderful.
coffee real quick?
Yeah, go ahead. Make yourself some
Would
Joe.
you like some?
Wait, what the hell happened here? Why did it just go to 54
Minute
seconds? I don't know.
26. I'm sorry, an hour 26 minutes.
Oh, is that what I did? I did a minute 26? Well,
Nope, there you go.
Easy. There we go.
Ta-da!
Had a girl. All right, Jesse's going to make some coffee, and what I'm going to do now is this. No, I wouldn't like coffee. Thank you, though.
Man, you
I'm
gotta
going
back up,
to
you're gonna
play
go to
donation.
sleep. Man, you need to back up or you can go to sleep too.
Daniel.
On the real toe, what's Ortega doing slapping a music artist over some bed with zombie? I like Ortega, but that's some high school BS.
Right.
Save the show.
You know what? I'm going to show it now. And man, I'm surprised you guys are into that. I watched the video. I'm like, I don't even know what the hell's going on. Thank you, Daniel. But listen, a lot of people see there. Oh, there we go. So you did the work for me. I appreciate that. Look at that. There's Rocky Dennis. There he is. I can see it. I can see it. Yep. It's pretty accurate over there. I've had many of streams where I've said that Mask is one of those movies that you could just kick back and watch and enjoy. It's like a date movie and have a couple of laughs. It's quite the movie. All right. So if you and check it out, this is all on the MMA-Holes.com. Oh, this is a TMZ thing. I can't even fucking show it. God damn it. I hate TMZ. Little nails are showing it. Anyway, it's Ortega and some Asian dude that I didn't even see a shove or anything. I just saw a guy getting between them and Ortega yelling. That's all I got to see. So there's really nothing to show anyway. Maybe it's staged if that guy is someone. I don't know what they were yelling about. Jessie has a story, and we'll hit that story when she comes back. But yeah, I don't really care. How is it all over the place? Like, why? Do you guys in the chat care? Like, I don't even know who the singer is. And I guess this is so we do know who the singer is. But I just want to see Ortega fight again. Feels like he hasn't fought in forever. Let's see if the chat says, do you care? Chicks get all gushy to Mask Bro. Yeah, it's true. They get moist vaginas when you watch that movie. Ortega rolled up on Park after Zombie went to the bathroom. So he was hanging with the Korean Zombie. Joanna is an old-time great. I agree. I think she's great. I think she's fantastic. One of my favorite champs. Whack-ass work. It's a work. Korean Zombie. Wanted in 5 states and 6 galaxies. Don't care. Jess, did you watch it? You want here? If you could pump out that story real quick. 'Cause I guess certain people care. I couldn't give 2 shits, to be honest.
Sure.
But
all right, hold on. Let me just pull it up here.
Here's a Logan Paul video too. Drunk dropped this one over here on the community section where it looked like Paulo Costa. Is this on Twitter or? I think I could show this one. I don't know if this is TNZ. Whoa. Oh yeah, just so here's Paulo Costa. Hit him with the right. Hey, yeah, that doesn't connect. But he does a good job selling it, Logan Paul. What do you think, Jess? Is that real? I tell you what, this should be a fucking donation.
That did not connect. Oh, maybe it did. Wait, go back. Maybe. It looks like it might have.
No, this isn't. He'd be dead.
Wait, do it again.
He would be dead, Jesse.
Look how he fell, though.
Yeah, that's fake. Fake is fook. That's fake news, Jesse. Boom. Yeah, that's fake. I'm not buying that. What do you think in the chat?
I don't know.
Yeah, you think he's training? Well, they got boxing gloves on. I'm curious if he is training for MMA. That would be big bucks, right? To zone, put something together, or if he jumps over to the UFC for some novelty bullshit. I mean, he does have a wrestling background, right? And now he boxes and shit. Not very good, but better than me. Oh my goodness. Jesse got fucking taken out. Something else, right?
Oh my
Oh, look at Logan Paul. Anyway, yeah, it's Paulo Costa. All right, what was I going to? I was going to Super Chat Drunk.
Can we call Korean Zombie the Corona Zombie now?
The Corona Zombie. Hoofa. Thank you, Drunk. So yeah, when I went to jury duty today, everyone had masks on. So I might have coronavirus. They everyone had either surgical masks and then I saw this one with a contractor's mask where it had like, it looked like he was ripping sheetrock off the wall, where he had the little like vents on the side. He was like this Jewish dude. He had a yarmulke, he had the mask, and then he had like the little vents on the side. And he's just waiting to be called to jury duty. And I'm staring at him. I'm like, how does this guy know to wear that mask, but no one, like the other 95% of this room, you know, there's 5% of the people in there with the masks on. Why do they have to wear the masks and we don't? And if it really was that real, shouldn't they be like passing it out at the door going into the jury duty. Is it a painter's mask? Yeah, that's what it was. It looked ridiculous. It looked like he was in Star Wars or some shit. I'm just staring at him like, what the hell is going on? Neurotic Jew. Oh, man. Yeah, so that's what was happening. This fucking corona. Anyone in chat going crazy over this coronavirus thing? I got to say, like, when you go to these things with a bunch of people, like, I don't even want to get on the train. I don't want to get on an airplane. I don't want to go anywhere anymore. And then we got to travel cross country. We'll be in a car, but I don't want to I don't want to do anything. I don't think it's like, oh, you're going to go out and you're going to get it. But I like my chances not going anywhere. Anyone freaked out about it? I mean, I don't think we should be. You know, what do we get? There's nothing we could really do. Get out of New York. Oh, we're out. In May, we're out of here. I want to live in a bubble. I can go on for hours on this thing. Don't get me started. The only thing crazy is my portfolio. Pussy. 80% of the people don't even know they have it. If you're healthy, you will most likely be okay. Yeah, that's what a lot of people are saying too. It's more in older people with bad immune systems. Chaos! What up, Renee? Yeah!
Did you see the strongman competition? They didn't allow anyone in to watch. I hope Habib and Ferguson don't have to fight in an empty stadium. It would be like a $200 pay-per-view if it's the only option. Fucking germs.
Thank you, Renee. I mean, Dana White already just rolled his eyes when they said, you know, are you going to do something like, would you stop an event or not have something because of that? And he's just like, yeah, you kidding me? But, you know, this thing is in where? It's in Brooklyn. And you never know. In a month, I mean, say this thing becomes like a fucking complete outbreak, and I'm just going to knock on wood. I can't believe I'm talking about fuking coronavirus.
Yeah, let's talk about what happened with the Korean Zombie and
Well, that was the segue. I mean, Korean Zombie. What was it? Oh, so Korean Zombie was there. Yeah, we'll switch the subject. I'll take some calls after that.
So, according to MMA Fighting, the Korean Zombie takes aim at Brian Ortega following an alleged incident at UFC 248. He said, "You are such a coward."
I really want to see Korean Zombie smash Brian Ortega. I love the Korean Zombie. I really do. He's so much fun.
On Saturday night at UFC 248, the fighting was not just restricted to the cage. According to UFC President Dana White, during the event, featherweight contenders Brian Ortega and the Korean Zombie got into an altercation in the crowd. After White's comments, reports came out that the altercation actually was not between Ortega and the Korean Zombie, but between Ortega and the Korean Zombie's friend and translator Jay Park. And now the Korean Zombie has backed that up. Allegedly, the situation that arose stemmed from comments Park translated for the Korean Zombie. The gist of which was that Ortega had ducked a fight with Korean Zombie. According to reports, when Korean Zombie went to the bathroom, Ortega confronted and slapped Jay Park. In a post made to Instagram yesterday, the Korean Zombie essentially confirmed the sequence of events, took shots at Ortega, and called for the two to fight. Here's what he said on Instagram. He said, "Last night you sat 10 meters away from me and Jay Park. For 2 hours, nothing happened, so I thought everything was fine."
Who the fuck is Jay Park?
His translator and his friend.
Oh, that's who the dude is. This guy is the guy who was on Ariel? Oh, okay, I know who this guy is.
He goes, "For 2 hours, nothing happened, so I thought everything was fine, but you fucking attacked Jay Park while I went to the bathroom. Jay Park is not a professional fighter, but a musician. You slapped a civilian who merely helped translate. Even worse, you were sitting there waiting until I would be absent and attacked Jay Park. It was not a fight like real men would do. What you have done is same as a grown-up to beat a child. You should have attacked me. If so, I would not have been upset. You are such a coward for slapping a musician, not a fighter. If you fucking planned this to fight me and to use my name because people don't remember your name anymore, then I congratulate you. It worked. I will fight you and I will knock you out and your fucking face will be bloody. Now your fucking face stays in my mind and I will fuck you up in the cage. I hope you won't run away from me again."
Wait, why would Ortega step to this this kid? Like
apparently he just said he just had a word and then he just slapped him.
What?
He slapped him in the face.
Yeah, this can't be real.
And
I can't
it led
see
to
this is
a whole altercation.
I don't know what it is. We literally you like completely different fighters than me, Jesse. I can't understand the allure with Ortega. I don't get it. Maybe because he's good looking? Is that
Yeah,
what
I
it
just
is?
like him because he's cute.
Oh, but as a fighter,
As a fighter, he's awesome. When I saw him submit Cub Swanson, that's what caught me. At fight
what about
night,
when he fought Max Holloway?
At fight night 127, I think it was.
How'd you like him then?
But hey, he came in like a dog.
He looked like he was beaten like a dog.
Yeah, he didn't give up.
Yeah.
But when I saw him submit Cub Swanson the way he did during that fight night, that's what caught me immediately. And ever since then, I loved him.
I would like to see that fight happen. I really would. I don't know what it is. Like, I mean, maybe he's not a bad dude. He seems cool in interviews and stuff like that. He seems fine, but there's just something about him. Maybe he's just too pretty for me. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe he's just too pretty. I don't want to look at a pretty guy. Like Elias Theodoro. I can't look at the guy. He's just too pretty. You know, Luke Rockhold. I can't fucking look at him.
Yeah, I don't like Luke Rockhold.
It's
Can I
just
open a window?
too pretty.
It's hot in here, right?
Yeah, good. Just too pretty, Jesse. I don't like looking at pretty guys. It makes me feel insecure. Maybe I might get turned on. Maybe that's what it is. I might get a little Gaylord, you know? I don't know.
Gaylord.
We have 340 people here. Do you think we're famous now, Jesse? Do you think we're finally famous? Yes. Let me know in the chat, how many of the 342 right now, how many are actually subscribed to the channel with ones? That's all I want to see is ones in the chat. I want to know how many of you motherfuckers are actually legit MMA holes, or how many of you are just like, ew, I'm just going to leech and just watch. Which is fine too. Just hit the like. Let me know in the chat. I'm curious because I mean we got a lot of. I don't know what's going on. We're getting some peoples here. We're getting some we're getting some fucking peoples here.
Oh my god!
Wonderful.
Look at all these people subscribed to us. That's a lot of ones. Holy smoke! Wow, maybe actually all 356 are subscribed. This is insane. Well, thank you. I really appreciate it. This is fucking awesome. You know, just for this, Jesse. We got to open up the phone lines.
All right, let's do it.
Look at all these beautiful people in the chat subscribe to the MMA Holes. It's making me... I'm getting harder and harder every one I see in there. Completely moist and erect. What? What, Jesse?
Hello, you're live with the MMA Holes. What's your name and what's on your mind?
What's up, Jesse and Chris? It's Drunk Savage.
No way!
Drunk Savage. What's up, Jesse and Chris? It's Drunk Savage.
I can't believe you're calling right now. Drunk Savage, what's on your mind?
Not much.
Wonderful, wonderful.
I have a respect for everybody in the chat.
MMA Holes.
Vlad's one of them. Kevin's from Chicago. AMH, I mean the knitter.
I'm just enjoying this.
I can hear you.
Hi, this is Billy.
It's Billy here too. We have Sean Hart.
Hey there. What's up, man?
What's up, Pulse?
Oh, it's Justin Jr.
Fuck you, Cole.
So Kainoda.
Gaylord.
RX.
Mark Rowe. Heavy Mike Rowe. Easy Russ. Sean Man. Vigo. Big Bob. Fish. Jerry. Mike. Nick. Steve. Vigo South Country Don. Shannon Stewart. Rogelio. Ben Shimon. CC 2.0. Peter Philly.
Jeremiah. Hey, Lee W. Michael Angelo. MMA Holes. Man, what a wonderful, wonderful community.
Wonderful.
Oh, I feel it. I feel good. I feel sexy. I feel swole. What's that later slap dance?
I like biting your shoulder.
I know. I had to go to the bathroom and wipe your face off my shoulder, too.
What?
Nah, that's all right. I still love you, Jesse. You're the best.
I spit on you.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, guys. As that was happening, I'm just trying to get the phone lines working. Where are the phone? What did I?
It's right there, Moss.
Where did I put it? Here.
Yeah.
All right. So when that song plays, I'm just trying to get the phone lines going. It just gives me time, and I still didn't get them going. So I'm a terrible host.
It's okay. It's okay, Moss.
All
Everybody
right.
has their moments.
All right. So here's the thing. And thank you to Oophooful for making that wonderful, wonderful song.
Wonderful.
Oh, hold on. Before we do that, Jesse, and we will open them up right now, but hold on a second. Beats. Boots and pants and boots and pants and boots and pants and pants and pants and pants, boots and pants and boots and pants.
100 likes. Watch
MMA-Holes. 100 likes. Watching fights. Fist so tight. MMA-Holes.
Damn, baby. Damn.
The dislikes can
choke on the carrot.
Man, you better back up or you're gonna go to sleep. Man, you need to back up or you can go to sleep too.
Smash that like.
I think Ortega is popular because of how he carries himself and how high level his jiu-jitsu is. I think he will fuck up Corona Zombie. BTW, sup JBH the Queen.
Sup, Connor?
J Crew baby, sup Moss the Bearded God.
What up?
J Crew in the house.
Hell yeah, baby. Hell yeah. Thank you, Connor Hernandez.
Gotta love Connor. Connor's here like every freaking time we're live. Can you believe it?
He's good people. A lot of good people
Always
in this community.
supporting the show. Connor, and he's in the J Crew, which is even better. 832, you're live with the MMA Holes. What's your name? What's on your mind?
Hey, what's up, Jesse? It's Pulse.
What's up, Pulse?
Not much. Watching the show, checking you guys out. What's going on?
Not much. What's going on with you?
Man, I was just going to say in response to that video, the story about Zombie and Ortega.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I believe drunk. That's a total work.
Yeah. Yeah, and why do you think that?
I mean, I just don't look at Ortega as the type of guy that would go randomly hit a you know what I'm saying, like a little pop star. I guess this guy's a K-pop artist or whatever. And it's like, nobody got arrested. I don't look at that as like a real melee. The whole thing's turning into like WWF.
Yeah, it does look like they were trying to sell something. I didn't see any punches at all. I didn't see anything. It was I just saw Ortega yelling, and that was it. And some guy with a ref shirt on.
Yeah.
Yeah, me either. I didn't see any action there. I just saw a bunch of calamity in the crowd, but I didn't see any like, you know. You remember the DIAZ brothers, the way they used to get down?
Yeah.
The old school days. Yeah, that's like a real melee. That shit was, it seems staged, and it seems like they're doing that more and more these days, like the Usman and Masvidal.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy what the sport's turning into.
Yeah, it's a little off-putting. It really is. You know, and what about some people saying, like, the main event, some people are saying that was staged. Like, Romero, like, threw it or some shit. Like people are saying, like, people are starting to say things like that because you're having weird things happening outside of the cage. So, it doesn't look good for this sport.
Yeah, that was a boring ass fight, that main event. But I feel like the co-main certainly made up for it. But I thought Joanna won that too. I gave it 3-2 her.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What? Wait, let's go into this one. Why? So what gives you the third? Wait, what was it? The third round you gave to Joanna, or what? Or the first and second?
First, second, and fifth.
For Joanna.
Yeah.
You gave her the fifth round?
Yeah.
She was pummeled by that round.
Jesse, I don't blame him. I could see it going either way. I really could. That was a close fight. You don't think that was a close fight, Jess?
Oh, for sure, 100% it was a close fight. But I still think Zhang did more work. I still think she edged that decision. It was pretty clear.
She did enough to win, yeah. But I mean, I could see either side. It was that close to me. It was such a good exchange. I think what happened was a lot of people saw Joanna's face and like, yeah, no way you could have a face like that and win.
Well, no, I don't think.
You deserve to lose.
Like a Klingon,
Yeah, Worf.
Wonderful.
Oh God.
That's crazy. But what do you think about if Rose comes back and they give her a shot against Zhang? Who do you think wins that?
Man, I feel Rose is too much of a head case right now. I don't know what we're gonna see. That was bizarre. She was beating Andrade. She looked great against Andrade, and then it seemed like she started getting a little tired or something. And Andrade just dumped her on her head and said, "See you later." So I'm gonna have to go with Weili Zhang, even though Rose has like JJ's number and JJ went the distance with Weili. I don't think that MMA math bullshit's gonna work in this one. I think Zhang beats Rose. What do you say, Jess?
Yeah, I think she beats Rose for 2.
Think she holds on to that belt for a while, huh?
Yeah, I don't want to see it going to Shevchenko. I don't want to see that.
Oh no, she can't beat Bullet. That's out. But she's gonna run that division. It looks like if JJ can't beat her, she's probably gonna hold on to that for a while.
All right. Anything else, Post?
No, that's it. But it's a good card coming up this weekend. If y'all want to check out my predictions, check them out. Peace.
Oh,
All right.
Get outta here.
Check them out. Check
get
out the
outta here with your-
predictions.
Wait, next person that self promotes, I'm gonna throw I don't know what I'm gonna do, but I'm gonna do something.
What?
I'm tired of it.
You gonna do
Sick
something?
and tired.
What do you mean you gonna do something?
Give them an inch, they take a mile.
Listen, we're famous now, Jesse. You gotta throw the promotions out there, right? You gotta throw them out. All right. 424, you're live with the MMA Holes. What's your name and what is on your mind?
And turn down your stream.
Oh, okay, this is Anthony.
Hey, Anthony, how you doing?
Yeah, this is my first time watching your guys' show.
Hell yeah, baby.
So, yeah. So, I just wanted to ask you guys, what was your guys' thoughts on the card? I thought the co-main event delivered a lot, but for you guys, what did you guys think? Did you guys think whose performance out of the champ and the challenger who performed better?
Wait. Is this Manny C?
No.
Are you sure?
Yes, I am positive.
Okay.
Jesse, there are 352
I
people
feel like
watching.
he's trying to fool me right now, you know?
No. Yeah, this is not him.
All right. Well, all right. That's actually a good question. So you're saying who? Actually, repeat it because Jesse threw me off now too. You're throwing me off my game, Jesse.
I think this is Manny C.
Not Manny C. Repeat your question, please.
Okay, so out of the co-main, the event that took place, the fight for the strawweight title, who did you think impressed you more, whether the champ or the Joanna or Zhang?
That's a good call. Okay, yeah.
Ooh,
all right,
who
thank you for the
impressed
call.
you
Appreciate
more?
it. So who impresses more? JJ. 100%.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, she put in way more than I expected against Zhang. So
Yeah, JJ is the underdog. A lot of people said she's done. That's it. Her shine is over. Right? Does that even make sense? No, her reign is over as a champion. She came back. She's up and down. But after those boobies, that's it. It's a wrap. And then all of a sudden, we see this performance against a beast in Weili Zhang or Zhang Weili, however you say it. I thought she looked great. I really did. I picked JJ in the fight, just thinking, hey, let's just throw it out there.
Well,
but
it wasn't a dumb pick because you're like you said, it was very close, and she did, even though Zhang edged the decision, like that, she put up a hell of a fight, and it could have really gone either way. If you saw maybe one more round or one more minute with them,
And to go the other end, Zhang did a fantastic job as well. I mean, she did what she had to do to get the dub. She got through adversity. She got popped a bunch of times, and her chin was phenomenal. Now JJ, when was the last time JJ knocked someone out? It's been a minute since that's happened. And JJ cracked her with everything she had. Zhang kept on walking through it. It was just back and forth. It was so fantastic to watch as a fan. It was basically like, I don't even give a shit who wins anymore. I just love what's happening here. These two girls are putting everything out there, making the boys look really bad right now.
Yeah, they definitely set the bar for the main event, and that, I mean, after seeing the main event, it's like that was 100% the fight of the night. 100%, no doubt about it.
All right, 516-522-0267. Please call us and let me know your thoughts on the main event, the lackluster fight that happened. Who you thought won? Was it the champ holding on, or was it Romero? Did he get upsetted?
773, you're live with the MMA Holes. What's your name? What's on your mind? Hold on, we got a donation.
What's up? Got a donation?
Yeah, hold on, Kevin. This is Renee
If
Diggler.
Rose isn't tombstoned again in her next fight, watching her versus Weili could be epic. Rose can go 5 rounds. Weili sort of looked like she had moments where she was gassing.
Yeah, there were little moments where you could say, Weili Zhang, you can see some holes, or you can see her getting a little tired, or you can see how she can be beatable. But I think Rose would have a tough time. I don't know. I don't know what kind of Rose is going to come back, to be honest. What's up, Kev?
Nothing much, man. You know what I don't want to hear is boring wrestler talk. Because I'd rather someone go in there and dry hump to a decision than do Adesanya's game plan where it's point fight from the outside, throw some leg kicks, circle away, and skate to a decision. Wouldn't you rather see someone go in there and dry hump for 5 rounds? At least they're imposing their will. They're pushing forward, grabbing a hold of the dude, dragging him to the ground. They're imposing their will. this little point fighting shit from the outside. Oh, I'm gonna throw a leg kick, and it was just it was a terrible fight.
Yeah, so I like grappling. I don't mind grappling. I really don't, especially if they're constantly advancing or they're just dominating. They're ground and pound. They're trying for submissions. I'm down with that. But I don't like when people lay on another fighter. I really don't. And watching this fight here, the first 2.5 rounds, even though nothing was happening, I was still on the edge of my seat because there was that threat of someone getting knocked out. So I would have to respectfully disagree. I'd rather see a boring fight like this, to be honest.
Yeah, I hear you with that. With the anticipation, because with Yoel Romero, he can land a bomb at any point. But I take exception to Jesse saying, Izzy, that's his style. He's a counter striker. Yoel Romero, he's the same way. He's a counter striker too. So when you put two counter strikers in there, it's bound to be a boring fight. You look at the same thing with against Anderson Silva. Anderson Silva, another counter striker. Two counter strikers went in there, made for a boring fight. Only when you got brawlers, someone like Whitaker, Kelvin Gastelum's come forward, that's the only way it's going to make it exciting. Paulo Costa, look at what he did against Yoel Romero. Came forward, swinging bombs. He didn't make it a boring fight. Walked right into his face and throwing bombs. So this idea that everyone's trying to excuse Adesanya. Oh, no, Adesanya, he fought good, man. It was all on Yoel Romero. No, that's bullshit. Adesanya could have gotten his face. He was a 30-year-old man going against a 42-year-old man. He should be able to get in his face, throw some right hands instead of this boring-ass leg-kicking style. Everyone's trying to excuse Adesanya, put it all on Yoel Romero. That's horseshit. My second point, Daniel Cormier's got to go, man. He's got to go. Did you see that fight earlier in the night with Jamal Chambers versus that Georgian dude? You guys remember that?
Yep.
Did you see Daniel Cormier, the way he was calling that fight? You would think that Jamal Chalmers was dominating the fight. Clear-cut decision is going to go to him. I'm like, oh, man, Cormier, you're too damn biased. I mean, even when you see some of the reaction videos, they show a highlight, a close-up of Cormier, you can tell he's got a bias towards certain fighters, and I really wish they would get someone like Jimmy Smith, Paul Felder. Those guys call it down the middle. Cormier and Rogan, they got to go because they're bullshitting too much. I don't like it, but I'll leave you guys to it.
All right. So just real quick on the end part, and then we'll have Jesse retaliate to what Kevin said over there. We said it earlier in the show. I'm a DC fan. I love DC. As a fighter, I think he's great. I think he's a good commentator, too. I do notice, though, as of late, and I don't listen to much, I heard the main event, and I'm just attributing it to him being tired and bored. But it does seem like he's just kind of hanging out with the boys, DC. You know, he's taking texts and stuff like that. So I can't really kill him. I don't listen to him enough to really say, oh, he's doing a good or bad job. From what I've heard, it does sound like he's kind of mailing it in and just hanging out. Some people might like that. Some people don't. But I like DC, so I'm not gonna really dog on him because I don't really listen much. Go ahead, Jesse, with the whole Izzy thing over here.
Go ahead.
He was addressing you.
Yeah, I know.
And you don't have anything to say?
I don't think Kevin believes what he's saying because he made some valid points, but then there's other times that I'm like, it just doesn't make any sense. Like, by him saying that Izzy should have gone in and gotten in his face and all this and that, like, you're not considering that, yeah, albeit Romero is older, he's got fucking bombs in his hands. Like, the amount of brain damage that could come from one hit from that guy. Adesanya's smarter than that, and I think you know that, and I don't think you believe everything you're saying. I think you're saying it so that you can have a devil's advocate opinion, and that's totally fine. I think maybe you don't like Adesanya that much, and that's totally fine, but I don't think you believe everything you're saying. I think you're just saying it to say it.
Whoa. So you think he's saying it to be a hater?
Yeah, I do.
Okay. 516-522-0267. Let us know in the chat what you think. Are you Team Jesse or Team Kevin? In the chat as we take the calls on the main event, UFC 248.
Unknown caller, you're live with the MMA-Holes. What's your name? What's on your mind?
Yo, John Savage.
What's up, Drunk?
Not much. I gotta say, when I first watched the main event, I was a little drunk and trying to pay attention to both the fight and the chat. But I thought Yoel won. Rewatching it, Izzy won that. Yoel didn't do enough shit.
Yeah, it's one of those things where, live, you kind of get caught up, especially with the post-fight speech, I think Yoel kind of won me over, too. It's like, oh, yeah, he wanted to fight. He wanted to take his head off, and then you watch it back, you're like, I don't know. I don't know how that went.
Yeah. That was such a disappointment. But someone on a website, I think, said, and I agree with, Izzy tends to get a little gun shy when he's taking on like legends like Anderson Silva and Yoel.
Mm-hmm.
And I think, if he gets in with John, he might do the same thing that happened. He's a dead man.
Yeah. I think what it is anyone over 40, Adesanya is scared he's going to hurt them or something like that. I don't know. Maybe he just respects elders. At least Bones is under.
Guys, you can't be this stupid. He respects their power. He knows what they're made of. He knows what they can do, especially if they're legends. He's seen it a million times what they're capable of doing.
He's like fighting 40-year-olds, Jesse.
And
scared.
Listen, I'm not going to hate. You can say he's running. You can say he's a coward. You can say he's this. You can say he's that. Fine. At the end of the day, he did what was smart for him to stay in a position of holding that belt.
Yeah, I can't hate on the guy. Look at all of Yoel's past opponents. Look what happened to him after fighting him. Fucking Weidman, how many times he's been knocked out since fighting Yoel. Luke Rockhold, what can you say about him? And Whitaker, he's coming off a bunch of injuries and shit. And so is Costa. He hasn't been the same.
Mm-hmm. This and it's like what we were saying before. I agree. Like, we can't really, as much as I joke around, we can't really kill Adesanya for how he fought this fight. He could only do what Romero was really giving him. You need two to tango here. And Adesanya was moving forward. Even though he ran, but he reset and then he started pushing the pace again. He was aggressive, but he wasn't stupid. He knew that Adesanya and he knew that Romero had the ability to knock his head off. And when he got cracked in the first round, he's probably like, okay, yeah, I'm sticking to the game plan. I'm not playing any of these taking any chances here against Romero. So I can't kill the champ. Now, if he's going for the belt, if he's trying to acquire the belt, then I think we could jump on him a little bit. But in this case here, no, he's defending.
Exactly. He played it safe. That's all there is to it.
And believe me, it pains me to say this. I want every ability to jump on Adesanya and horse around about it, but I have to be real too. I got to be realistic.
It is what it is.
God damn, that chat was fucking AIDS the other day.
It's only going to get worse, Drunk.
I think now that I'm a mod, I know it's more of the fucking bullshit. But god damn, dude, so many stupid people.
Oh, yeah. It really does get stupid. And how about this? We have 352 now, and everyone's civilized. Like, it's normal. The chat is at a nice pace. Well,
there's no link to ask for.
Yeah, I guess that's what it is, right? Yeah.
Oh, it's fucking hilarious. After you guys posted the ESPN Plus link, they're like, this link ain't free. I want a free one.
Yeah, let's get shut down for your pleasure. Let's just give you a free link.
This link ain't free.
I can see the look on their faces right now. I wish I was a fly on the wall when they clicked on it. Like, huh? This is legit.
Wait, I gotta pay for something?
Oh my god, ESPN Plus? Are you crazy? It is what it is. What are you gonna do, man? Oh, I can't wait. That means
this is legit.
What? When Khabib? Oh man, UFC 249.
I know.
That's gonna be the worst than ever. Yeah.
I'm not looking forward to that chat.
That's gonna be AIDS. You better have some good liquor on standby.
Not too much though, or you won't do your job. You won't be able to do your job.
Yeah. Well, last thing, I was thinking about a conversation last week about pound for pound thing, and I'm a big enough person to admit when I'm wrong about something. So, kind of to say, Henry Cejudo over Khabib. Bend the knee, slap nuts.
All right, Drunk. Thank you.
Son of a bitch.
Henry Cejudo, yeah, man. He gave Khabib one of his belts, Jesse, because when they did the Dominance MMA press conference thing there, and all the champs were there under Ali Abdelaziz, and Henry Cejudo gave Khabib one of his belts to use. So Khabib really bent the knee. Henry Cejudo, Khabib Nurmagomedov.
Oh, stop it.
516-522-0267. Call the show. We'd love to know what's on your mind. Talk about the UFC fights. And we have fights this weekend as well. Kevin Lee in a big one. Real big fight coming up with Kevin Lee versus Alex Oliveira that I'm actually looking forward to. A lot of people don't like Kevin, but not from Chicago. Kevin Lee. Uh-oh. Oh, snap. Look who we got.
Is this Lee W?
Howdy, Holes.
Heidi Ho.
What's up?
What's going on?
I don't know where to start.
All right, start from the top.
Okay, first time I watched it, I was really angry at it because this is the main event. Obviously, the rest of the card was fire. So when I watched it again, I don't know how you fucking watched that main event again and didn't watch the co-main event again. Anyway,
Yeah, I know.
whatever.
You know what? I feel like as great as that co-main event was, I feel like no one wants to talk about it. Like it's so bizarre.
It got better the second time I watched it. I'll
Really?
put it that way.
All right, I'll watch it after this then.
So, yeah, one other thing on that actually before I go to the main. There was, I think it was too close to call. I know there's loads of people saying Zhang did enough, but JJ did her job and she damn near came close.
She sure did, right? Were you surprised by that?
Well, I picked her and I had money on her, so not really, but I was more surprised that she...
Sucks for you.
Oh, damn.
You would have got more of a donation. Hang on, I haven't talked about Izzy yet.
The fuck?
Just kidding.
What a bitch.
So, yeah, no, I know she's just fucking around. It's all good.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it was very, very unbelievable. Best women's fight I've ever seen. And I don't like women's mixed martial arts, like, really. But that was phenomenal. I'm going Tug Rose, though, for the win, if she fights her.
You think Rose takes it?
Yeah, I've been on the Rose train since she kind of popped up, so it's kind of a little bit biased. But after, it's gonna be tough. But yeah, Izzy tactical win. That's what I put it down to the second time. It was what Kevin from Chicago was saying when he was like, "Oh yeah, this is just I would rather watch Grappa." It's like, no, that's what an accurate striker can do. And I have two fights for you, one for Jesse and one for you, Moss. So the first one for you, Moss, Diaz 2, except Izzy didn't lose the first one, and the other one when you watched Ruiz and Anthony Joshua the second time. That's how we all felt, Jesse, when we were watching that one. It was such a letdown, but Joshua did enough, Izzy did enough, and I don't know how anyone can say Romero, won that. So what's your thoughts there?
Yeah, I can't, and thank you for the call, Mr. W.
Okay, are we done?
Oh, I mean, unless you have, you have anything
Moss,
else?
you were just gonna cut him
Well,
off.
I mean, Jesus, how many points you gonna make? No.
Well, no, I just wanted a response on what did you think about the fight?
All right.
Because
Since you're calling from
Diaz,
Ireland, we'll keep you on. So no, seriously, did you get your bidet yet? By the way, because that's more important.
Yeah, I actually forgot. Yeah, I did. I haven't.
Nice.
Now we're doing stuff with the bathroom, so I haven't actually set it up or anything. So I don't know how to.
When you
give a
squirt
review
that
yet,
thing in
but
your
I got
ass
it on Friday.
Wait until you squirt that water in your ass. You're gonna love it. You're gonna absolutely love it. All right, so what were we talking about? The bidet kind of threw me off now. Okay.
Ruiz 2, Diaz 2. Just as fans watching it, like what McGregor did, he was tactical enough to know, well, he finished me the first time. I think Izzy was just very wise.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, he's not going to beat Jones. No. I was like, when I watched it again, I was like, nah, he still can. Just on the night, I didn't think so. But he did what he could. Brogan, he can go fuck himself. The ref did a good job calling him out and saying, come on. People paying 70 quid for a fight and people paying hundreds in the actual stadium or whatever.
When it comes to Adesanya and how he fought this fight, it sucked, yes, to watch. It definitely did suck. But I can't kill him. And we said it even the night of. As much as, there was parts of me, I was like, hey, did Romero win that thing? I wasn't completely upset because I still felt that he did enough. And it just was more confirmed when I watched it back. And when you're watching it, and especially if we heard the crowd too, we might have been even more biased because there was a lot of booing going on. But then at the end, Yoel Romero, they were booing Izzy out of the cage, and then Romero was wound up getting cheered in some bizarre way when he was rambling afterwards. Maybe I would have got even more swayed. But watching it back, and this happens all the fucking time, and I think that's what's the beauty of this sport and why I would never be a judge, because I don't know how they could sit there and tune out the crowd.
Yeah.
Sit cage side and really see only one angle of it without the benefit of all the camera work and all that shit. They have the toughest job.
If there was ever an example, them co-main and main events, you would not want to be a judge that night. Seriously.
No way. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you flip a coin with JJ and Zhang. You flip a coin because that thing. I do think they got it right, but at the same time, I couldn't argue either way. And just like the main event, I couldn't really argue. Like if someone said, well, Yoel rocked him pretty good, I would be like, yeah, I could see
rock
it.
him that good. I mean, he got a little wobbled, but he was.
Oh,
right
he
back
got
up.
rocked. My man got rocked.
And then he backed away. I did notice that, but I don't think he was in trouble. But he got rocked. I wouldn't. Izzy had more to lose. Like the Jones fight, the Costa fight. There was so many things probably going through his mind where he said, "Well, I could get knocked out, or I could play it smart." And I guarantee you, he watched other fights where champions have lost and went, "Come back and win." So rather than that, he just said, "No, I'm going to get it right the first time. Do the job. It might be shit, it might be whatever." But it was on both of them to make it a better fight. RX, I have to say, because he was on top all night. What can he do?
Yeah, RX was right there.
Try.
Yeah,
Good
he
try,
hung in
man.
there. By the way, some people in the chat say he wasn't rocked. Guys and gals, he said at the press conference, he said it on Ariel, he was seeing 2 Yoel Romeros. When you see 2 in one eye, when you see two fighters over there, that's rocked. I don't know. I mean, have you ever been hit and seen 2 people?
Well, he said Romero hit him in the eye.
Yeah, and he saw it too.
Pressure. Yeah, no, but it's not like he was on the verge of getting knocked out.
He gave Romero credit, and he says, "Oh."
Yeah, the pressure from the force behind his.
Wait, you're saying he wasn't rocked?
Yeah, no, I don't think he was rocked, like brain rocked. I think his eye was fucked up.
I think that he woke up quick after that. It's like, I don't want any part of that. I don't want any part of it.
Maybe I agree with Jess to an extent. I think he was stunned, maybe not rocked. So another one would have rocked him, and then he could have been finished. But it even backs up the point more where he then realized, okay, I just can't risk it.
Yeah.
So,
it is funny though, like when you hear Jesse and you see people in the chat, no, he wasn't rocked. He was hitting the eye. Like when you hear shit like that, you're like, oh damn, man.
I'm talking. You have to understand.
Some serious like bias shit.
No, it's not even about being biased. You have to understand like this type of terminology, rocked, wobbled, whatever you want to call it. Everyone has a different way of looking at it. To me, when you say rocked, I think brain. Okay. Right? Like he got hit so hard that his brain isn't there.
You don't think he was shook?
And he got wobbly legs. But I don't think he was rocked like brain down. I think he got hit in the eye, and the force, the amount of pressure that came from Romero's fist that hit him and damaged his eye for that whatever brief time that he was seeing too. He even said his eye got fucked up.
Yeah,
so I don't think he was brain.
So
rocked.
you basically say that if he takes one more hit, he's gone. That would be your definition of rocked.
No,
I mean,
listen,
that would be mine.
My definition of rocked is if it fucks with your brain so much you can't even keep yourself standing. Like you're getting that wobbly leg.
Yeah, one
like,
more shot,
back.
he would have been dropped.
I'm sure you could argue that, but we don't know. We only got to see him.
There's
get
a reason
hit
why
once.
he bailed out of that very quickly and decided to kind of regain his wits a little bit there.
Yeah, listen, I'm sure
that wasn't an eye poke.
Hit,
that was a punch.
I didn't say eye poke.
I know, but you're saying it just hit him in the eye.
No,
if you
he
get
hit
punched,
him in the eye and he got double vision. So what I'm saying is, listen. If he got hit twice, I'm sure he probably would have fallen. I'm sure there probably would have been some serious damage there. But he didn't get hit twice, and I never said that you were wrong that, after he got hit, he realized he didn't want to get hit again, But all I'm saying is there's a different way to interpret that for everybody.
And when I watched that again, I was in the DMV. It felt like the DMV. I was in the, where the fuck was I?
Jury duty.
Jury duty. I forgot where I was. Yeah, that's where I was. I was in the jury duty, and I was like, oh! I literally let out the oh when he got hit. And it would happen, 2 or 3 times.
I can imagine them in court.
Yeah, they're just, no one gives a fuck. They're too busy wearing masks. But I literally jumped because it was just like, I mean, that, and you could hear it too. We weren't able to hear it. You hear the crack. And another thing I heard too is the leg kicks. I mean, how hard Adesanya was hitting him in the leg and shot. I mean, that was like what over and over again.
Hydrizzle said it in the chat, and he basically said exactly what I'm trying to explain, and he explained it better. He said rocked is like a concussive blast. You can tell when someone's been rocked. It's clear that concussive meaning.
Oh my goodness, you guys, you guys are taking this too serious. When you get cracked, that's rocked to me. When you get fucking, if I get punched in the head and I'm like, oh, and I'm seeing 2, I don't give a fuck if you hit me in the eye or hit me anywhere. That's rocked. Well, if it was concussed and it's like, I'm a scientist. Shut up. You're not a scientist.
What are you getting a
Come
little
on, what is this?
Here,
You're micromanaging this bullshit. You get fucking cracked, you're rocked. It's a terminology. Get over it.
I think you're getting a little defensive.
Holy shit, I feel like I got the coronavirus right now.
Well, even if, let's say he did get rocked, didn't get rocked, whatever, how good were his defenses?
I think Moss is
very good.
Feeling a little intimidated by words.
Nah, I like to call out stupidity. But the Vogue, when he was voguing, I thought it was fantastic. I thought his impersonation of Madonna was spot on.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dana wasn't happy. And O'Malley, I think, now looks like a man, whereas he used to. So he's definitely built up, and I wouldn't be surprised if he goes up a weight in a while.
Yeah,
I'm buzzing for Khabib Ferguson with the interview. It got under Khabib's skin. I have Khabib to win, but it got under his skin. That and the belt thing, the throwing of the kick, I thought it was brilliant. I just thought it was great.
Yeah, man, Dana White's funny. Dana White's really, really funny. How he's just like, he just completely throws Romero under the bus, and he's got to protect his golden calf. And I understand what he's doing. You know,
he does that with all his superstars, though.
Yeah, he's a promoter.
So
it's his job. All right, Lee, thank you for the call, man. Appreciate it.
No bother. Talk to you later, guys.
There we go. Fucking got rocked. Lee rocked me there. He rocked my world.
Man, you better back up.
Here we go. Kainoto coming in.
Back up, or you can go to sleep too.
What does Kainoto got?
People jumping to Israel's defense, calling him a brilliant tactician for staying away from Romero because Romero has TNT. Then they turn around and say, oh yeah, Romero hit him but he didn't rock him. Defuk is going on? IT can't be both. Unamused face.
Yeah, it is weird. Like,
Yes, it
it's a
can.
lot of flip-flop.
He can have bombs in his hands and not have enough power in every single strike. It's possible for him to strike at Adesanya and not rock him with one strike. Just because he has bombs in his hands, yes, he has knockout power. We have seen it.
If I got hit
But
and I was seeing
every
two,
single
I'm rocked.
strike, come on. He can. It is more than possible. That is the most ridiculous argument I've ever heard.
Super chat.
That is so stupid.
Super chat coming in.
When the impact of a punch to the face makes you see double, you're rocked.
Right? I mean, what do we... sometimes I get stuck in these vortexes in the show, and I'm just like, is this really happening? Are you trolling? I mean, you're entitled to your
I just got
opinion.
done telling you that everyone has a different interpretation.
Yeah.
Not everyone has to think the way you do, Moss.
Well, I mean, listen. It's just like he said, and I said it right before he said it too. If I got punched and I saw two people, I'm not going to be like, oh, he poked my eye. Or he hit me in the eye. No, he fucking rocked me. I saw two of them.
Okay, so the next time you get hit and you see double, just make sure you tell everyone you got rocked.
I've never got hit where I saw double. I got hit where I heard that and the
you must have
flashing
gotten
light.
rocked. You must have gotten
right?
rocked.
I've had that. So that's the difference. When
Yeah,
you
must
get
have gotten
that.
rocked.
Yeah. Do you think that he didn't have that sense of, oh, the crowd's a little dimmer right now because I see two?
No, Moss. I
No.
think
Oh,
you're
so you think he just got poked in the eye by a fist?
I didn't
It was
say
a
poked.
fist poke. Fist eye poke. Is that what
I didn't
happened
say
there?
Poked. You said poked.
It's not rocked. It's a fist eye poke. Get it right.
You said it.
516-522-0267. Those pesky fist eye pokes make you see double. Isn't it weird the conversations we get into? Like it's so bizarre. And
no,
then
it's not weird because you have this weird mentality that everyone's supposed to think the way that you think, and that.
no, I'm just trying to make people think smart.
But you're not smart.
732, you're live with the MMA Holes. What's your name and what is on your mind?
What's up, Chris and Jesse? You know, everything I predicted for the outcome of the fight, you know, it came true, at least for me, because you can't really blame Izzy for this. And I was listening to the Ariel show yesterday, and he said, you know, Yoel, he's done similar to this in his past fights, standing still. I mean, I expected a little bit more mobility, obviously. I didn't expect him to stand still for the first half of the first round. But, you know, why does Izzy have to rush in? You saw him slightly rush in with a jab, and he got countered with, I forgot if it was a left or a right, but an overhand or a hook, whatever you want to call it. So he did what he had to do, and that's stick on the outside and beat the legs. You can go back to the Thursday where I said Romero likes to lull you into pace and then burst, but I didn't see a lot of bursting in this fight.
Mm-hmm.
And all of his strikes were significant, so I don't know if he was trying to trick Izzy with a new counter style, but he did burst a couple of times. I don't know, man.
Yeah, he bursted, and when he had the opportunities, when he cracked him in the eye with that fist eye poke, he should have doubled down on it and really go for the finish. And I guess what he was doing was conserving energy, like Izzy said too. I guess he was just kind of holding back and waiting for the right moment to really put him down. It was surprising. It was surprising to see, but Yoel Romero had a good game plan, half a good game plan. The other half was missing.
Yes, and for Sean O'Malley, you know, why he got that foot. Because, you know, when you kick, you usually kick with, usually not the foot. It hurts, you know. That's why I got that X-ray. I mean, if
you got to work on your cardio, man. You got to work on that
What?
You have a cold, or is your cardio? You sound.
I said I've been sick for the past couple of days.
Do you think you got the coronavirus?
I don't know.
No. What do you? I mean, you might have to get checked out, man. What are your symptoms?
I don't know, man.
Sniffles.
But, what I saw
Cough.
from Izzy, you know, this changed my point of view when he faces John Jones. That's for sure.
Wait, you were just talking about Sean O'Malley. So wait, so what was go back to that. So what were you saying about Sean O'Malley?
I was saying, you know, that the reason why he got his foot hurts so much and needed an X-ray is because he didn't look. You can kick it with your foot, but it's gonna hurt a lot more if you kick it with the calf.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. All right. So what did you think of the card as a whole?
It was pretty good, you know. I didn't go buy tickets or go to the arenas, so I could see why people were mad. And Kevin, I thought Jamal got not a decision. I didn't think it was clear cut though. And why do you need me to hang up when you've already got your call in? He's probably gonna waste the call just to say 2 words.
Yeah.
But anyway,
okay, man.
that's all I've got.
Thanks, buddy. Get better, all right? Go to the doctor.
Thank you.
All right. Oh my God, he sounds like he's dying. Poor Justin. 516-522-0267. I hope he doesn't have the coronavirus. I like him. He's too young for it. Right? Too young for the coronavirus.
Yeah, buddy.
516-522-0267. Talk to us. Talk to me.
Unknown caller, you're live with the MMA Holes. What's your name? What's on your mind?
What is Izzy's goal? Is it just to squeak by and win fights, or does he want to be a legend? Because if he wants to just squeak by and win fights, he can go the Tyron Woodley route, and we'll see how long his legends last. How do people think of Tyron Woodley? They hate him. They don't like him.
Yeah.
He's not going to go down in the history books. He's going to go down as a boring champion that no one likes. If Israel Adesanya wants to skate by and squeak out decisions, the Tyron Woodley route, then he's going to end up like Woodley, boring champion that's not going to go down in the history books. He's going to go down as a boring fighter. So go out there, leave a lasting impression, make your legacy known as a fighter that leaves it all on the line, goes out there and takes risks, puts it on the line instead of this boring-ass point fighting style. And for these fans that co-sign it and say, "Oh man, he did what he had to do, man. It's just he looked good. He had to escape by decision. That's what you're supposed to do. He won the fight. You know, that's bullshit, man. Is that what you want to see? You want to see go out there that do the bare minimum to win fights? Sound like a bunch of pussies with that style, with that line of thought. Get your mind right."
All right.
Get your mind right. You know what's funny is Justin Jr. was right. He does spam hang up just so he can call in and have his voice heard again.
He's fired up. I don't know if I could.
Back up, you're gonna go to sleep.
Hold on.
Man, you need to back up, or you can go to sleep too.
He was rocked or stunned or rattled, hit cleanly, however you put it. Jesse, I'm with you for the most part, just not that. Oh, I forgot to say I'd rather gas out than leave something in the cage for a title, especially your last one. Shut up, KFC.
Yeah, I'm with you. I mean, it would have been nice to see Romero really go like all in, push all the chips in the middle of the table and just go for it. It would have been nice. Tyron Woodley. Okay, Tyron Woodley had the 2 Wonder Boy fights, which were a little lackluster. Let's be honest, they weren't that great. And the Damian Maia fight, it was just him stuffing takedowns. So yeah, you take those 3 fights and you throw them away. But with the 2 Wonder Boy fights, Wonder Boy was very hesitant too, and he was a counter striker. So they were both just faking and dipping and juking and whatever. And that was that. Then you have the Darren Till fight, which was fantastic. just took his head clean off. Like he wanted to just rip it off his neck. Like how he handled Darren Till. He just went in there, did business. You had the Robbie Lawler fight where he just basically ripped that belt right off of him, knocked him the fuck out. Woodley had his moments as a champion.
I agree.
Or as a man who acquired the belt. Woodley acquired the belt, knocking Robbie's head off. Adesanya, well, he gets that thing off. Well, he got an interim title, right, off of Kelvin. That's what it was.
Yes, and then yeah.
And then Robert Whittaker was the official belt.
Yes.
And he knocked his head off. All right, so he knocked his head off. Hold on a second. Maybe he's onto something here. Right? So, okay. So, yeah, Robert Whittaker is the first official one, right, where he gets the belt. There was no interim title for Tyron. And then you have Yoel Romero, which was a dud. So the question is, will he... Fuck. I'll tell you what. I can't argue him. He could go and he could follow in the Tyron Woodley footsteps. I mean, you look at the fucking... You look at the records.
One title defense. Calm
I know,
down.
one. But here's the thing.
Jesus Christ.
When he fights 40-year-olds, he doesn't know what to do.
Oh,
He's
God.
shook. You can't throw 40-year-olds at this guy.
You can't make this judgment based off of one title defense. You got to.
But you're making the judgment off of nothing. You
So
know,
are
and
you.
that's the problem.
So are you. He's
So-
had one
Okay,
title
let's
defense.
go through his career. Okay, as a UFC fighter.
Sure.
And his kickboxing career was fantastic.
Yes.
Right? You have Rob Wilkinson, he gets the finish. He comes into the UFC and he's like, "Hello, I'm here." Hello, jazz hands. Marvin Vettori wins by a split decision. Good fight. And if I'm not mistaken, and I think Luke Thomas made these points too, how he got like fight of the nights. He got bonuses for a lot of these fights over here. He got fight of the night for Anderson Silva fight, which shows you how shit that card was. Remember they had to be the main event. It wasn't even a title fight. It was just, they kind of just like, all right, this will be your title. This will be your main event. Shit fight. But okay, so you got Brad Tavares over here, got a unanimous decision. Impressive. You beat Derek Brunson.
A heavy hitter.
And he's got the wrestling. He has his moments where he looks great.
Very good
He
opponent.
has his moments where he looks like complete dog shit. Let's be honest. Derek Brunson,
Are you kidding me?
he's on and off.
You're kidding.
He's not that good, Derek Brunson.
That's a pretty decent opponent for Adesanya.
Yeah? Okay. Derek Brunson, 27-0. Okay? You scroll down to his statisticals. He beat Ian Heinisch from the Contender Series. And let's be honest, Ian Heinisch is overrated.
Oh.
He is overrated. The best thing he done in his career was smuggle drugs in his ass. Wonderful.
Wonderful.
Elias Theodoro. That was embarrassing. That fight was absolutely embarrassing by both guys.
That was Elias's fault because Elias came in there swinging like a freaking like a little pansy. It was weird.
Now, this is 2 fights after Israel Adesanya just smoked him, right? Okay. Before that, he lost to Jacare. And listen,
Huge
a lot of people
competitor.
are going to lose to Jacare.
Yes.
He beats Lyoto Machida. Impressive.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll give him that. That one there, I'll give him.
See,
He finishes
you're
him.
looking at his
I'll give him
losses,
that.
but his wins are
And then
extremely
that's
impressive.
it. Daniel
Uriah
Kelly.
Hall?
He beat a guy that's fucking 47 years old.
You're so
Anderson
high on
Silva.
Uriah
L.
Hall.
Actually, he did beat Anderson though. He in this fight, I'll give him. It was a terrible fight, and they gave Anderson the win. He should have had 3 fights in a row. I'll give him credit. He got smoked by Robert Whittaker.
Rightfully so. Robert Whittaker's a freaking an animal. What you saw with Robert Whittaker and Adesanya was a completely different Whittaker.
So basically, here's the deal. Uriah Hall, very good, but
Tough
he's not a champion.
You're like super high
When
on
it
Uriah
comes
Hall.
to champions, the only one he beat was Lyoto Machida. Other than that, they're all bums.
You just talk over me. So
They're
that
all
you can be
bums.
right.
They're bums. He's a bum beater.
Oh man.
That's what he is.
I think you just don't want to give a fighter credit.
Jesse, the point I'm trying to make, and let me reiterate myself. Let me regurgitate my information here. It looks flashy, 19-0-0, but we still need to see more. Before we completely go cray-cray, we need to see more.
We've completely accomplished this
Yes,
idea.
I need more. I need more information in my eyeballs. I need more statisticals, Jesse. 516-522-0267. It's safe to say that Adesanya will never be on this show, right? I mean, he would never do the show because... Nah.
I'll bring him on.
Although
Izzy had one barring fight. Give some slack.
One? Did you like the Anderson Silva fight? Thank you, Travis, for the
I
donation.
didn't mind it.
Did you really like that fight?
I liked it better than the Romero fight.
This Anderson Silva fight, I thought was horrible.
Because at least Anderson Silva was trying. Romero didn't even try.
I mean, listen, the last fight was worse than this one, but that's not really saying much. I mean, this fight, that is actually saying much because this fight sucked too. They both sucked.
But you know what it was with this one is it was clear this was Silva's last fight, and I think Adesanya was just trying to show respect to a legend.
Anderson will be back. He's still in the gym. Hey, this guy's not going in. These Brazilians don't retire. He's 44 years old. His last fight was Cannonier. Oh, that was vicious.
Yeah.
2019, May. He'll be back. He'll be back for like one more. This guy won't retire.
Yes, he will.
I'm telling you. The Spider's not going anywhere. It's not like he's going to be a champion, but he's going to hang on a little longer. Hate to break it to you, Jess.
516-522-0267. Call in. Let us know what your thoughts are.
That wasn't enticing, Jesse.
Sorry. Oh, no, caller, you're live with the MMA-Holes. What's your name? What's on your mind?
Hooey, good buddy, 10-4. Come on back. We got Eastbound down with the hammer down and Smokey Bear on our back door. Come on back, you pig fucking son of a bitch.
What?
Sorry, I was watching Smokey and the Bandit the other day.
Oh, all right. All right. I'm like, what?
Shit.
I thought you had a concussion or something.
Yeah. I forgot to add earlier is, I think Izzy beats Paulo Costa in a till, but Cannonier, that's going to be the motherfucker that's really going to test him.
Yeah, that's a good fight. Yeah, Cannonier I'd rather see. But I'm with you. I think he beats Costa too. I think it's interesting that these guys both have unblemished records, so that makes it a little interesting, you know. But I'm with you. I think he wins. Izzy.
Well, didn't Cannonier lose at light heavyweight?
Cannonier, yes. Yeah, I'm talking about Costa, though. If he fights Costa with the undefeated
Costa.
record. Yeah. But
everyone's saying he was fucking wearing makeup at 248. You see that shit?
Who was wearing makeup? Oh.
Paulo Costa.
He did look
like he was wearing lipstick or something.
He did look like a homosexual steroided Ricky Martin. Like he did. I mean, Ricky Martin is homosexual, so let's take that out. Ricky Martin with steroids. He did look like that.
Hmm.
Do you have the picture of him in the crowd, Jess?
No. No, I don't.
And actually,
it might be in the article. But.
Credit to Adesanya. He called him a living La Vida Costa. I thought that was pretty wonderful.
Wonderful.
Yeah, that's good.
I'll give it to Adesanya. He's got some good lines here and there. I'll give it to him. All right. Anything else, Drunk Savage?
No, that's it. I think they're getting on the line.
All right. Let's let them knitter in. All right, Drunk.
Hi.
That's Drunk Savage calling back in. And
I saw someone in the chat ask, why is it saying the Google subscriber you've called?
Here we go.
So you have to keep calling. So if someone else is on the line, it'll say the Google subscriber you've called is not available or something. You just got to keep calling until you get in.
All right, here we go. And H, what up? You got through.
Yeah.
All right, and see, I tell you, the OGs know how to do it. Yeah, unfortunately, some of the newer people don't know how to get through, but the OGs relentlessly, they can get in, right?
Yeah, they just call over and over again.
That's right. We just keep calling and calling. That's what we do.
Yeah.
We time it.
So, Ann, what did you think of the fights?
Well, the main event was very boring.
Yeah, it was boring, for sure. I mean, that's an understatement.
What about the co-main?
No, I love the co-main. That was awesome. That was great. That was a great fight. That was really exciting. I was right up there with the first tough between when they were fighting that first one for the first fight.
So who do you think actually won Adesanya versus Romero?
Oh, Izzy won. He did.
Oh,
he
thank
did,
God.
like you guys are all saying, the best he could do.
Yeah.
With what he had to work with.
Do you think Romero fans?
What was he gonna do?
Yeah, exactly.
No, Romero didn't. No, he didn't do enough. I'm sorry. I mean,
yeah,
he was just standing there, and Mike was going, "What is he doing?"
But do you think that
real loud to me, he was just like, "This is so boring. What is this idiot doing?"
But
who else is there?
Wonderful.
I mean, it was just, he did this he could. Yeah, I did. I think with fights was what he could do. Yes, he definitely was. The leg strikes and everything. Yes.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I wish it could have been a little bit more better, but
yeah,
he's a counter, but he still is not boring.
Mm-hmm.
Romero, I don't know. He didn't try hard enough. I don't think.
Yeah, I agree. Well, thanks for calling in, Ann.
He would have done a lot better. But the girls, they did awesome. I mean, God, that's got to go down in history.
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
Yeah, the girls, I mean, there's no way around it. This one here is the fight. When people say ladies fights, they're going to look back and they're going to say, oh, Weili Zhang versus Jędrzejczyk. You know what this reminded me of? Lawler versus McDonald. That's what after the fight, I had that same sweet feeling. I was like, oh my God, that was complete carnage. I loved it.
Yeah, I was surprised that she actually made it for. I'm sorry if I mispronounced it wrong, probably, but okay. 5 rounds. I was really surprised because she hadn't gone 5 rounds before, so I was surprised about that. But yeah, I mean, I was just like, man, this is a great fight. I haven't seen this good of a fight in a long time for women.
Absolutely.
I was like, dang, everybody was on their feet in the casino bar there. Yeah.
Yeah. What did they? So what was the feeling like when you come off a fight like that and then all of a sudden, boom, you get hit with this main event? Were they booing or what were they doing in the casino?
Yeah, they were pretty much booing. Yeah, a lot of people were walking out.
They just fucking leave it. It's a shame,
yeah.
right?
Well, even with that 5 or 10, like you said, it was a close fight with the girl, JJ and them. And man, it could have. I was like, I thought JJ did enough to pull it off. I thought, even if you looked at, I think the striking, but you can't go by that with the numbers. But it looked like she was ahead in all the numbers the way they were showing the one I saw. I hope that was the right one. Someone posted, but it could have been.
Yeah, well,
so it looked like she was winning on that part, but too bad she ended up getting the Klingon look.
Yeah, it didn't work out well for her.
JJ, the Star Trek cast of Picard's calling you.
Imagine though, like you go through a fight like that, you just miss getting your belt back, and then you have to leave looking like that. That sucks. Oh, what was the payouts?
That's what my brother-in-law was saying. Man, that sucks. He goes, look how she looks, and she loses.
Could you imagine? Do you think she went to the after party? Like after the hospital, she's like, all right, let's pop some bottles off my forehead. Shoot the champagne cork off my fat head.
Yeah.
That's what I would do.
Like, I'll get the call from the Star Trek people soon.
Yeah, I would. That's what she should have done. Like she should have painted a bullseye on her head at the after party and just fucking had everyone just shoot champagne cork off of her head. Jesse got the payouts over here. Where are the payouts at? What? Give us the payouts.
You're fucking killing me, Mom. All right. Adesanya got 500K, no win bonus. Romero got 350. Zhang Weili 200 with 100K win bonus.
Oh, what did JJ get?
106.
106K, huh?
But Neil Dariush.
Wait, did she get a bonus for fight of the night?
No.
What?
Yeah, they didn't fight of the night.
They're not listing any fight of the night bonus. So if there was one, it's not listed.
They had to have gotten extra bucks for that thing. Could you imagine though? Oh my God.
Oh man, they should. I hope they did.
Yeah.
Maybe it just didn't get listed like you were saying. Maybe it isn't. It should have been. Man, come on. That's being prejudice.
They're prejudiced against Poles. Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah.
Fucked up. Poor Joanna.
Yeah, what's up with that?
Jesse, what is up with that?
I hope they got that. I hope they get the bonus.
Yeah.
They definitely deserve it.
Well, we'll see. We'll see if she got. I'm going to do some more research and see if she got a fight of the night bonus because that's kind of crazy. 106 and your face is so rearranged. It's just not cool. I think you're right. It's anti-pole for sure. All right, and anything else on your mind?
No, just call in.
All right.
Say
Well,
hi
thanks.
to everybody and call them. I'm gonna love you guys. Love you guys.
Love
Hope you
you,
had a
man.
good birthday.
We love you too, and thank you. Appreciate that. We're going to open up your save the show on Friday.
Yes, towards the last minute.
Hell yeah. All right, Ann.
Right then.
That's right. Thank you again, Ann. And Jesse's trying to check it out. Appreciate the call. Oops, sorry. I hung up. Yeah, Jesse's trying to look through. She's trying to see. Do you know what it is?
Yes.
Oh, man. You going to be able to overcome that?
Yes.
Hold on. Let me see what this is.
You can't look. It's your birthday present.
All right. So, wait. So, that doesn't say if there was any. There has to be a fight of the night. That has to be.
Yeah, it doesn't say it on the thing, so I don't know.
Yeah, I would imagine. Anyway, anyone in the chat hear about that? If they got, here we go. Pale Monkey coming in. They got fight of the night. O'Malley and Dariush also got bonuses. Well, Dariush definitely, both of those guys definitely deserve it. Okay, so I wonder how. So it's another 60K, I think, right? Or 50K, some shit like that.
I think.
So Joanna walked out with 156K. Yes. Damn, man. You know what's weird? She's a former champion. Usually former champs, especially Maybe because she's female, but usually former champs have good contracts. Like good. I feel like she kind of got hosed on that. $106,000.
Mm-hmm. You're
right?
so cute.
But doesn't that feel like a little low? Doesn't that seem like a little low? Like for a former champion? Like look at Alistair Overeem. When that dude fights,
she wasn't doing
he's
well
making-
when she lost to Rose twice, and then on her way up, you know, you have to remember they put her on fight night cards for a little while too. So it's not like she really was enough of an excitement for fans
people?
at the time. Yeah. So it makes sense she didn't get paid a lot of money.
It's strange. I feel like she deserves more, to be honest. But all right. 516-522-0267.
202, you're live with the MMA-Holes. What's your name? What's on your mind?
Yeah, so I was pretty disappointed by the fight this past weekend.
Manny
I was
C.
just thinking, huh?
Manny C. This is Manny C.
I'm sorry, what?
What's your name?
Oh, Alexander.
Oh, God damn it. All right. Hi, Alexander. Tell me.
She's just digging
I'm
a
sorry,
grave.
Did you think I was somebody else?
Yeah.
Alexander, what's going on, man?
Yeah, so I was just thinking about how Romero, for like the first 2 minutes, just stood there doing nothing, and I knew he wanted Adesanya to come forward and throw some stuff, and he was going to counter him and try to finish him real quick there in the first round. But Adesanya wasn't having it, so I kind of placed the blame on Romero for that bad fight because I agree with what Dana White said. Adesanya fights to the level of his opponent, and Romero just didn't bring it. So it's kind of unfortunate that was his last shot, and he didn't come in with the guns blazing.
This is probably the best call I've heard all night. Because he actually has the same
opinion as you?
Opinion as me, yeah.
Well, I agree with him too, actually, yeah. I mean, I think he's right. He is right. Romero blew it. It's true. As much as I would love to say that it's all Izzy's fault, I can't. There's no way I can say that. He's a champion. You gotta go after the champ, you know? And you can't just stand there and vogue. Anyway, anything else?
Yeah. I think I had my hopes up because after Costa versus Adesanya, I was hoping for a 5-round banger, but just wasn't happening. But I am looking forward to Paulo Costa versus Adesanya because I think he's going to try and take his head off.
Oh, hell yeah. That's going to be fun. All right.
And also, I wanted to know what you guys think about Ferguson versus Nurmagomedov.
Ooh. Well, Jesse.
Who do you got in that fight? Who do you think is going to win?
Jesse's going to start this one off.
Khabib. It's Khabib time, baby. We all know this. Right, Moss?
I say upset. I say Tony Ferguson. I've been saying this forever. I'm going upset on this one. I'm really going against. I feel the same way I felt with JJ over Zhang. I feel the exact same way here. I wasn't super confident, but I just have that itch that Tony has just a little bit extra in his tool belt to take out the undefeated Dagestani.
Exactly. Yeah, I think when Conor fought Khabib, I'm a big McGregor fan, so I wanted him to win really badly. But kind of in my heart, I just knew that Conor's just a boxer, and Khabib was just going to take him down and ground and pound him. But Ferguson he's such a well-rounded fighter. He can literally get you from anywhere.
Yep.
And I feel like he's going to cut him up. And I'm interested to see how Khabib is going to respond to, I feel like Ferguson's going to cut him, and I want to see how he responds to bleeding all over the place.
If he does bleed, I don't know what to do. We've never seen it before, so I'm not sure how I'm going to handle this. I might cry.
Yeah, I think Ferguson might be Conor's Khabib.
That's interesting.
I think Ferguson might be, Conor's Khabib.
All right. Well, thanks for the call, man. Appreciate it.
Yep, no problem. Have a good night.
You too. There he is.
Bye, Manny C.
There he is. Thinks that Ferguson's going to beat Khabib. Jesse, could you believe this? He is.
That doesn't surprise me. A lot of people think that.
Man, it would be something else. I am a little worried. Ferguson looks. So at the press conference, Ferguson looked. He looks like he's a little bloated. I don't know. He looks a little older.
Well, he's not. He's got time.
He looks a little more deranged, to get like he's back deranged, Tony.
He's mentally screwed up more.
But I think that still his head being, unscrewed and all scrambled up, him in the cage, I think that's going to help him. You know, he's just going to be all unorthodox and weird and rolling around, and the snap jitsu is going to come into play, the spinning shit coming from all different angles. I think that's going to frustrate Khabib. Khabib says, I throw you on mat and pound you face. I don't know. That's the plan, right? What's Khabib's plan? It's like you train for one thing. You're not training for Khabib to come in there and start throwing fists. You train for this man is going to push you up against the cage and he's going to throw you on your back. He's going to squeeze your legs together and he's going to scoot up ever so sexually, and he's just going to pound your face into the mat and try to choke you out or crush your jaw. Or just beat your face into the mat. You know, that's what you plan for. But he's just so good at it that it's tough to pick against him. But in this case, Tony Ferguson, the El Cucuy, he could be the key. He could be the missing piece to the puzzle. 516-522-0267. We only have 10 minutes left in the show. Get your calls in, speed round. Unknown caller, live with the MMA Holes. What's your name and what is on your mind?
You got to give a shout out to Gerald Mearshart and Beneil Dariush. Brutal knockouts. Gerald Mearshart knocking out DC's boy, Mini DC. Wow, DC had to call it. That was a joy to watch. And how about Beneil Dariush? He got rocked, came back, and put that dude to sleep.
Yeah.
Shut his lights out. You got to give it 2 shout outs to them. Take it easy.
Kevin he got the hat trick tonight. Kevin got the hat trick, called in 3 times.
Next time you see his phone number, just don't answer, Mom.
I don't even know who anymore.
You know what his phone number
You think everyone's Manny C. So.
But you know what Kevin's
Can't trust you. 516-522-0267. I got to say, though, he's right. A Mearshart over Duran win was a very nice win for him. He just basically exposed this kid. So.
Donations.
Oh, shit. Yeah, let's hit them donations. Let's hit those things. Super chat. Drunk Savage.
Oh hey, how was the B-Damos? JBH beat my gift.
Oh yes, I did beat your gift.
My birthday was wonderful.
Wonderful.
I tell you what, on my birthday, Jesse.
I beat your gift. I beat all your gifts.
We had one of the most epic streams. We watched a great fight card. It was anticlimactic, but still, it was so much fun. We got to hang with a great community. The best way to spend a birthday. A great co-host over here who completely went autistic at the very end and triggered the whole audience. The best birthday ever.
Yeah.
So thank you for asking. All right, 516-522-0267. If you're going to call in, make it snappy. Well, actually, let's just take one more call, and then I just want to run through the news stories, too. Just clear up what we missed.
Make it spiffy.
Actually, you know what? Let's just do the news, because we don't have really much time left.
Okay.
All right, here we go. The news, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. We're going to take you down a wonderful, wonderful trail of MMA news where Jesse. All right, good.
All right, so we already talked about Paulo Costa basically saying that Adesanya's fight was a shame. Henry Cejudo may have wet himself during the Sean O'Malley win at UFC 248, according to MMA Mania.
Sean O'Malley versus. We're already talking about title shots?
Maybe.
A little premature, no?
UFC bantamweight champ Henry Cejudo may start looking over his shoulder now that UFC 248 has officially wrapped. That's because Triple C witnessed the return of undefeated 135-pound phenom Sean O'Malley. Sugar Sean O'Malley beat the brakes off longtime veteran Jose Alberto Quinones on the UFC 248 prelims card, which took place last Saturday night inside T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas, Nevada, a first-round shellacking that barely lasted 2 minutes. Now, O'Malley wrote this on Twitter. He said, I don't know if it's true, but I heard Cejudo peed his pants a little during my fight. LOLs. Cejudo is already booked up for the foreseeable future, having recently put pen to paper for the UFC 250 title defense opposite Jose Aldo this May in Brazil. Waiting in the wings are top contenders Peter Yan and Aljamain Sterling, among others. The good news is O'Malley has plenty to keep himself busy. UFC President Dana White told TSN, quote, he looked incredible after a layoff. You know, when you think about how he had time to heal, he had a minor surgery when he was out, worked on things. He looks really good, and I'm looking forward to getting him back in there quick.
Can we skip on this? Yeah, I mean, is this a little premature? I mean, but it would sound like a circus fight.
Well, we can't, because if you want to use up that 8 minutes, I got to go through the last, scarce few articles we have.
How many stories we got left? I mean,
3 after this.
Yeah, let's just skip, man. Come on. Henry Cejudo versus... come on. Sean O'Malley's got to fight a couple more times before he starts talking about, like, doesn't he have to fight a ranked guy first? Like, what do we do?
Yeah, he has to put himself.
Come on,
you
we're
know.
wasting our time here. Sean O'Malley looked great. Don't get me wrong, but what are we doing? Look, oh, the MMA holes are chiming in over there.
Yeah, so you want to skip it so bad. Everybody else has something to say.
No, I don't fucking care. I mean, honestly, to say, hey, title shot, and he hasn't even fought a ranked guy is just, it's mind-numbingly stupid.
You just don't like Sean O'Malley.
No, it's not even that. It's just, what are we doing? Triple C versus, what are we doing? Like, what is this, TMZ? Come on. What are we doing here? Like, we're talking about fairy tales here. What do we got here with the ladies?
Dana White predicts Weili Zhang will be a massive star after UFC 248. Basically, what he said was, I knew that fight was going to be ridiculous. You have these two incredibly talented savages who wanted the belt more than anything. I didn't know if there was going to be a knockout or a submission or something like that, but I was begging people to watch that fight. You know me, man. When I sell fights, I don't beg anybody to watch anything. I was literally begging people to watch this fight, and it was incredible.
He's right. She's a star. She is definitely a star. I like that she's learning English. I like that she's got a little spunk to her. She's a little wise ass. She was flipping the bird to the Polish fans over there in the crowd, just having a little fun with them. I like it. I like her pep in her step. I love the way she fights. I like that she has bigger arms than me.
Wonderful.
So I think she's a star. What do you think in the chat? Do you think she's a star, Jess?
Yeah, for sure. I think she can only go up from here.
Yeah, 100%. She's very good.
Corey Sandhagen has been offered a fight against Dominic Cruz as the co-main event for UFC Fight Night in San Diego in May. As noted by Corey's Instagram post, he's accepted, but according to sources, the fight is still not official just yet.
That kid's a stud. Sandhagen, that is a stud. I would like to see it.
Good
So
fight.
Dominic Cruz just had a birthday today or some shit.
Did he?
Yeah, happy birthday, Dominic Cruz. But he's not getting any younger, and he's one of those guys that bounces back off the couch and is just fine.
He's 35.
All right, so this guy's always with injuries and shit like that. He was some champ. Too bad he couldn't stay healthy. Sandhagen versus Cruz. I like Sandhagen, though. That kid's good, man. He's on a long, lanky dude at bantamweight. I'm down. Who do you think wins that fight, Jess, if you had to say?
Yikes. I want to say Sandhagen. But I wouldn't be able to say, for sure until I were to look more into the fight.
I see in the chat they're saying Cruz is so fucking annoying. I kind of get it. He is really smug, Like, he's a super smart guy. They keep calling him, like, the smartest MMA mind out there. And he is very intelligent, you can tell. But he's one of those guys that is so smart that you just want to punch him in the face. And I get it. And it's convenient that he's a fighter.
Like smug.
Yeah, I met him one time outside the bathroom. Go to the MMA Holes, at the MMA Holes on Instagram. Very nice guy in person to, like, the fans and shit like that. Real cool dude. But he does come across as a smug guy. So I don't know. Who cares?
Yeah.
If he's happy, be happy, Dominic.
Be happy.
What do you want me to say? The coronavirus. Oh, no, not the coronavirus. Smash the likes. We have 362 still watching the show. Beat the shit out of likes. 200 likes. We party one more time.
So this is the last news article. It says no coronavirus contingency plan is in place for UFC Portland, says the Oregon Commission.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Is it NH? Is she wearing her mask?
I think the reason they're talking about this is because up in Washington and Oregon, there's the most cases of coronavirus right now. As the coronavirus outbreak rapidly spreads around the world, many governing bodies and sports leagues are preparing or have already prepared contingency plans in response to this ongoing crisis, with some outright postponing, canceling sporting events. On the MMA front, One Championship and Airs Fight FC has postponed cards slated for Vietnam and Belgium, respectively. One FC has also hosted an event in Singapore that was closed to the public due to the virus. As for the UFC, no events have been affected as of yet, but whether that will change remains to be seen. In just over 1 month's time, on April 11th, UFC Fight Night Overeem vs. Harris is scheduled to take place at the Moda Center in Portland, Oregon. Bloody Elbow contacted the Oregon State Athletic Commission for comment on whether there are any plans in place for UFC Portland, and at the moment, there is none. The official statement read, "We will continue to monitor the situation, but there is no impact or contingency plan in place as of now. Should the UFC choose to take additional precautions, we will work with them to make further plans. Per standard procedures, doctors medically qualify each competitor by performing pre-fight medicals to confirm each competitor's health for competition, to include a required temperature reading below 100.4 degrees Fahrenheit as standard procedures. It should be noted that the statement was made before Oregon Governor Kate Brown declared a state of emergency following 7 new cases of COVID-19.
Wait, in Oregon?
In Oregon, bringing the total to 14. None of those positive tests has occurred
14?
in Multnomah County.
What?
Where Portland is situated. However,
wait, how many Asians are in Portland?
No.
How's this working?
Come on, Musk.
Come on, what's going on? There's no Chinese in Portland. How's this working?
However, there have been 8 cases in nearby Washington County, which is still considered part of the Portland metropolitan area. At Friday's UFC 249 press conference in Las Vegas, UFC President Dana White provided few details when asked if he had any concerns regarding the outbreak. He also has reassured fans that UFC 249 Khabib versus Ferguson, set for April 18th, is not at risk of being scrapped, even though there are now more than 100 coronavirus cases and a state of emergency declared by Governor Andrew Cuomo here in New York.
Oh, man. Oh, man, Jesse. This is not good.
So when it comes to safety of the athletes and fans and everything else, no matter where we go or what we do, we're always concerned with that, says Dana White. We've been thinking about this for weeks. UFC Dr. Jeffrey Davison has been involved. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what else to say other than that. We're not canceling the event.
You know, Dana White is so thick-skulled that he would be so proud to be the first, like, to actually start the coronavirus pandemic, you know? Like, he could hang his hat on that, you know?
As of this writing, more than 100,000 global cases of coronavirus have been reported, with over 3,800 deaths in the United States.
It's bullshit. It's
There have been at least 575 cases and 22 deaths.
Oh, my God.
This is #1 bullshit.
I tell you what.
Yet more people are still dying from the flu.
We need well, if the UFC does it, I'll be very proud of the UFC. If they're the ones that start the, oh, man. What are you going to do? What would we do?
It's so silly.
We'd be devastated without the UFC. What would happen? Say if, like, you can't have any more UFC events, right?
Cover other
what do we do?
organizations.
Should we just cover the coronavirus?
Yeah.
Should we do that, guys? What do you think? Like, if the UFC ever fell apart because of the coronavirus, they can't have any events, and we're all, like, living in a bubble. What do you guys want to talk about? Did you think about it? I mean, I don't know what the hell we would do.
We talk about other stuff, you know?
The
like
coronavirus holes? The corona holes? What would you talk about? What would we do? Just play Fortnite?
Yeah, we probably would just play Fortnite.
I think the Fortnite started the coronavirus, to be honest with you.
Yeah, you think so?
I'd rather have the coronavirus than play Fortnite, to be honest.
Well,
I probably have the coronavirus already. Anyway, slap the like on the video, share our streams. It helps out tremendously. Thank you to everyone that participated inside this wonderful, wonderful chat. Actually, you know what? Let's get some last words from the chat. We've kind of strayed from you guys. We need to hear what you have to say real quick.
Eduardo Romero says cover football, soccer. No one in the U.S. covers it.
It's
Canada
true.
says talk about open mouth chewing. Oh, God. Seriously, Moss?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Kurt Long says Trump should nuke us to cure COVID-19 just like hurricanes. King of the Dead, let's all just fuck. Drunk Savage says, I love you guys. Life and Logic, thanks to me. Pale Monkey with the goats. John McCaffrey says, who you got this week?
You know, that's a good question. We're going to talk about it more on Wednesday. I know we're going a little longer, but
Yeah.
I am torn. Like I got a gaping asshole right now. My asshole's so torn from trying to figure out who's going to win this main event. Kevin Lee knocking out Gregor Gillespie, fighting Oliveira. Oliveira's looked great. This is a good fight. This is also a good fight. Other than that man bun. I like this fight a lot. I don't know. I kind of want to go with Kevin. I've been picking Oliveira a lot. I kind of want to go with Kevin. I don't know. We'll talk about it more on Wednesday. All right, Jesse. Say those magic words.
Don't be an a-hole. Be an MMA hole.
I love you.